Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Hollywood After Dark. It is March 2nd, 2023. Tonight we're going to be talking about news a lot of us are kind of blown away by. Is it real? Could we get it? A Batman Beyond animated movie, folks? We're going to be talking about that, a whole hell of a lot more. It is, of course, Hollywood After Dark. Get your likes ready, get your questions, and get ready for, wait a minute, what's this? Is it a special interruption? Holy shit, folks. Oh my god, it's true. Let's go.
In a world where movie talk is often corrupted by shills, blackmailers, liars, and thieves of joy, it's up to us to shine a light on the truth and protect the films we love. Gone are the days of innocent movie discussions, where our opinions were our own, and the only reward was the joy of sharing our passion with others. Now, the industry is plagued by those who seek to manipulate, deceive, and profit at the expense of true film lovers. But we won't stand idly by and watch as the art we cherish is tarnished. We are here to reclaim movie talk, to bring back the authenticity and passion that once defined it. With every episode, we'll delve into the behind-the-scenes stories of your favorite films, exposing the corruption that threatens to destroy the magic of the movies. And we won't do it alone. We'll be joined by a community of like-minded movie lovers who, like us, believe that the truth must come to light. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride through the dark and dangerous movie world. Together, we will fight to protect the films we love and restore the integrity of the industry. This is Hollywood After Dark.
God damn it. I don't know what happened with the audio there at the very end. It just went like, that was not a good roll. Yeah, I know, Jay. I know. The audio was, I lowered the audio. I made it very quickly while I was trying to get my children ready to go to bed. That, of course, is why I'm a few minutes behind tonight, because of, you know how it is, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old are like, Dad, I don't want to go to bed. I don't care that you got to go talk about movies. I don't care that this is what you do for work. No, father, oh mine, daddy that I love. No, you have to cater to us. And it wasn't just one, it was both. So that's how you guys know how it's going. My God, what a day. What a day it has been, folks. It's been very interesting. Yes, Andrew, the mixing was definitely off a little bit there. It started off strong, and then I don't know what the hell happened. It was not even anything I put any time into. I just made that very quickly in regard to all that. But the soundtrack was good. I thought the audio was good. The music was really solid. I just don't know what happened to the vocals there. This is what happens, folks, when you use AI. That's how it always goes. So let's take a look here at the chat. Check in with you guys. Kunst here right off the bat asking a question. Any bets on if you will make fun of The Rock today? Snyder cultists, chuds, and AI. I say all four. Well, sir, that's the first question of the night. I did use AI, but it kind of made fun of myself more than not because it wasn't very well executed. So there's that. As for talking about The Rock, I don't have a reason to talk about The Rock tonight. I'm not sure that, that could change. Anything can come up here. Snyder cultists, chuds, and AI, that's entirely its own thing. I have no idea if the Snyder cultists or chuds will make an appearance tonight. Anything is possible. It's Hollywood After Dark. You guys all know about that. There is, of course, the Haunted Mansion trailer that popped up today. I haven't seen that yet. I thought we could check that out together. I thought we would just wait to check that one out together. And then, of course, we had that thing at the end, really at the evening, for the Batman Beyond stuff. Cylon here says, I'm rooting for our AI overlords to take over. Man, you know what? Here's the thing with that. Once they can actually, once you can actually get an AI, and we'll quickly touch on the AI thing, because they did just open up yesterday or today, ChatGPT or OpenAI opened up the API for ChatGPT. So people, and it's completely disabled in regards to, as far as I understand it, it's completely disabled in regards to having terms of service or a censor necessarily. So people are really going to start diving into what that is. And that should be very interesting to see where that goes in the next couple months and what little pieces of stuff comes out of that. And then, of course, quite frankly, what ChatGPT then takes from some of that information that's being developed through the API and integrates it into their system. It's just going to be fascinating to see where it goes. But of course, I like to mess around with it. I like to have it write intros. I like to then go and have a voice cloner. The voice you heard was actually supposed to be Morgan Freeman. Right? It was supposed to be a version of Morgan Freeman. It did not sound like Morgan Freeman, but that's probably for the best, because there was actually a deep fake that came out the other day of Joe Biden telling America that he was going to institute a national draft to send people to fight for Ukraine. Right. And that was something that was put on by right wingers. More specifically, a right-winger named Jack Posobiec, who I believe was the person behind it. And Posobiec is a con artist. He's a grifter. He has manufactured a ton of ops, total piece of shit. But that, of course, is going to be something that's going to dominate the news cycle if it ever has any real impact on society. And with this deep fake stuff going the way that it did, I mean, especially when it comes to like adult entertainment, like the whole revenge porn thing or the deep fake porn thing, that is going to be a very interesting topic of conversation. Politics and how it impacts the social sphere be very fascinating there. We got wow, Spaceship Poet for just $50, just drops of 50. Holy shit, dude. Thank you so much, man. I really, really, really appreciate that. I see you did pop another one down here. I just want to make sure I got this one. He dropped another one here. Says, thank you, by the way, for $20. Hey, do you think that anyone would be interested in a Joss Whedon Justice League from the ground up? With his actors and all that. If Zach got reception, why not Joss? So that's actually a fantastic question. And I think to answer that question, we have to remove the aspect that Joss Whedon kind of sucks. Like as a person, Joss Whedon kind of sucks. Okay. So I think we need to kind of remove that, because all things considered, Joss Whedon is a fantastic ensemble writer. He knows how to get to the core of the situation, to do it with comedy, to do it with good character development, to do it with, I would even argue, gravitas and intrigue. He knows how to write things in a way that audiences will really 100% relate to. And it just sucks that he's a piece of crap. But outside of that, if it were to come out, like if Warner Brothers, if James Gunn was like, hey, listen, let's just trigger every Snyder fan known to man. Let's just do it. Fuck it. Why not? It's a day that ends in Y. Why don't we just go out there and wake up and choose violence? Like, fuck it. If they were to come out and say, we're doing another Justice League movie written by and directed by Joss Whedon, with a whole new cast of characters, or a whole new cast of actors to play those iconic characters, yeah, I'd be there day one. And now, to be fair, to be absolutely abundantly clear and to be fair and transparent, it doesn't matter who the next director of a Justice League movie is. I'm still there day one, right? Like, I don't have much, The Flash looks interesting. Okay. You know what? But it's like, whatever, I'm still going to be there day one. Blue Beetle, still going to be there day one. Shazam 2, still going to be there day one. These are movies I want to see. Not only because this is what I do for a living, as supported by people like you with the super chats. Again, very generous. Thank you so much. But it has a lot to do also with my general curiosity for how these movies come together. Remember, I talked the hell up out of Cocaine Bear, and I did not like it, but I still went and saw it opening day. And I'll watch it again when it comes to PVOD here pretty soon. And maybe that will change my opinion. But really, it's just kind of like, there's a lot going on. Actually, no, that might be a topic I might need to pull up the article on. Vanity Fair ran an article about movie theaters that I might need to pull up here before the end of the show, because I do think it's an interesting topic to discuss, and one that I'd love to get your guys' feedback on. But in the subject of Joss Whedon, I think if that were to happen, yeah, I'd be there day one to see it. The problem, though, is that James Gunn is not going to do that. James Gunn has a strict no asshole policy, like a no asshole policy. So on that front, he won't bring Joss Whedon in, because Joss Whedon is largely maligned as an asshole. And, Joss Whedon has largely admitted to being an asshole. And that part is just where we find ourselves on that particular issue. So I don't see that happening. But like I said, on that front, if Zach did another movie, I would absolutely watch it. You know what? If David Ayer decided to do Justice League, I'd absolutely watch it. I think here's the thing. It doesn't matter who it is. I'd go see it. Like if all of a sudden, again, on the opposite end of the spectrum, if James Gunn and Peter Safran woke up and really decided to choose violence, and they were all like, we are going to do an all-female team of the Justice League, and it's going to be Catwoman and Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn and Hawk Girl and Wonder Woman and fucking, I don't know, like whoever else is out there that's a female in that world. And that's going to be the movie, and it's going to be written and directed by Paul Feig. I think I'd be like, this is going to be a dumpster fire. But I'll be there day one. I'll have popcorn in my hand, and I will go and I'll watch this movie, and I'll try to enjoy the movie, because that's what I do. I try to enjoy every movie that I see. Now, I've been getting called like a Disney shill a lot today because I made fun of Gina Carano fans, and they're like, whatever, simp for Disney, because I fucking made that stupid ass meme, and that really triggered them. I thought it was really funny. But I'm just like, no, I like to watch movies. I enjoy movies. And one of the responses I gave was, I can commend and appreciate both Bluey and Joanna Man for entirely different reasons, but I found enjoyment with both. You know what I mean? So I think that's how we have to approach this kind of stuff. Is how we have to look at it, right? And so again, will Joss Whedon like never work in Hollywood again? The answer to that is, oh no, he absolutely will. If anything, he's still actively working. We just don't know about it because he's getting paid to do punch-up jobs for other scripts, right? He's going to be brought in more or less as a script doctor. And if you look at some of the reshoots that he did, or the rewrites that he did for Thor: The Dark World, especially the interpersonal scenes between Loki and Thor, those were really good. Those were really well written and really well acted, and they don't get enough credit for being Joss Whedon. So yeah, I mean, like, look, the guy's got to work on his ego 100%, drop the narcissism, definitely get himself figured the fuck out. And then, you know what? Go back to doing stuff like Dr. Horrible, because it's been 15 years since Dr. Horrible. I still know every goddamn song in that fucking little web series. I still love that web series. I own it on Blu-ray. And you know what? If he were to go back to doing another Dr. Horrible, I'd still watch it, happily watch it, but I just don't see that happening for a while. He's just got to get his shit sorted out. And again, a lot of that is very owning up to being a narcissist and acknowledging that he's made mistakes. It would be great if other people that are in this sector would absolutely own up to their own mistakes in a way that actually holds them to account. I got a message again today from somebody that was accusing me of lying about the actions of somebody else, never mind having firsthand account and witnesses to that effect the other day. So it is very much what it is, right? We live it. Even though you guys couldn't really hear the audio as it came in the beginning, we very much do live in a world where, we live in a post-accountability, post-truth, post-consequence world. That feels like you can do whatever the fuck it is you want, right? You can do whatever the fuck it is you want. The people out there that are like, accountability over entertainment, you guys, accountability over entertainment, accountability over entertainment. Yeah. Host a blackmailer and his hand holding blackmailer buddy who went along with it, right? As they beg for people to subscribe to them, as they absolutely beg for people to hit up the channel because they've been getting hurt by this situation that they find themselves in of their own doing. You know what I mean? And I just want to like, showcase that. To be fair, I know maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should let it go, whatever. But it's like, when you have this much of a lack of fucking awareness in your life, I think it is entirely appropriate to call this crap out. And maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me, you guys. Maybe that's just how I'm feeling about this, right? But this is our good pal, garbage person Max, right? We are good pal. Over on the Four Nerds panel, you know, the guys who very much push accountability over entertainment, all the people on this stream, 100% Zack Snyder dick suckers. I mean, Andre, fucking Anthony. Anthony's a cool guy. Nicotina's a cool guy. I got no beef with Ryan. Phil's a piece of shit. You know, he threatened Saggy, right? And of course, Max is hanging out with him now. Right? Max is the very first thing Max does is try to mend bridges with people. So he reaches out to a guy who had you know, threatened violence against Saggy Melons, if I recall correctly. But of course, he goes on there with a much larger panel than the platform than what he's normally used to, and he says things like this.
Appreciate you guys being on here today.
Sure.
First time
You're
showing you guys
welcome on
in a
our
while,
channel
and-
anytime. If you would be so, if anyone wants the sub, it's appreciated because we lost like 40 subs this week.
Oh,
Not too
never
bad
fun.
considering everything.
That's okay. Some YouTubers buy their subs.
Okay.
Not us.
So
Well, we know
a sub or two
one
would
person
go
who
a
does.
long way for me and Brian right now. We want to stay above that 5,700 mark.
There you go.
And then
you
we're dipping below. So please, if you want to help us out, please, we really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Those
I wanted to ignore it today. I wanted to ignore it. I said my piece. I thought I was fucking done. And then you see this shit. This lack of accountability. Oh, we've lost 40 subs. Please, guys, please subscribe. 1 or 2 will help. Let's keep us above that 5,700 mark. Never mind. That number is arbitrary. That number doesn't mean much. You know, it doesn't. It's about who's actively watching the channel. But of course, this is one of those situations where it's so fucking frustrating, guys. It's fucking frustrating. And here's the thing. I know Nicotina pops in here occasionally, right? I know Nicotina pops in here every once in a while. And it's like, I'm disappointed. I like Andre quite a bit. I think Nicotina is a good guy. I got no beef with like really anyone on that panel. Dawson and I don't like each other, but Dawson sucks, so that's fine. Phil sucks as well. But again, the other 3 are okay. I'm okay with the other 3. They don't like me, or well, I don't know. Maybe they're kind of whatever. But it's just very frustrating. H Bart's here for $5. Thank you, buddy. He says those 40 subs were average every night viewers. Max may have 5,000, but how many are inactive? Well, that's very true. I've got nearly 32,000 on this channel. Most are inactive. All right. Like that's just how this stuff works. Okay. That's just how this stuff works. Now, okay. Mr. Choker makes a good point. And Brian, I'm going to get to your super chat. We'll take a look at your thread about Haunted Mansion here in a minute. We'll definitely talk about that. You know, Toker here says, I mean, it'll never be ignored if you keep watching. So rather than make promises you don't want to keep, let's be honest and say it's too much fun clowning on these dum-dums. Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't like, for me, it's frustrating. It's fun to clown because like, it's like, seriously, are you fucking kidding me with this bullshit? But but the thing is though, as you can see, most people don't give a shit. Most people don't care. Like people legitimately in that circle don't fucking care. The accountability over entertainment crowd literally doesn't give a shit. The crowd that Max has spent years kowtowing to because he's afraid to lose them as viewers do not give a shit that he attempted to blackmail a friend of his and then tried saying that, no, it's not true. They're lying. No. People, I got hit up today from someone who believed him at first, and then they listened to me tell the whole story, and they're like, oh, wow, yeah, no, I believe Matt. You know, it's so fucking weird. Now, look, I'll be honest with you guys. When I had my fallout 4.5 years ago, I was getting roasted left and right. This shit wouldn't have stood. You know what I mean? I would have had million sub channels on my ass for going like, oh, you lost 40, considering what happened. It's acknowledgement of how bad it was. It's acknowledgement of how fucking stupid he was. And he's laughing it off. Sorry, I'm just frustrated. I'm just fucking frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm just fucking frustrated with this guy. You know what I mean? Like just all the protection, all of the when he retired and I dragged him back in, and all of that bullshit just to watch him fucking lose his goddamn mind and then do something so wholly illegal, a felony, a federal crime, right? To attempt it, and then just to fucking go, yeah, whatever. It's no sweat off my sack. No big deal. NBD, you guys. NBD. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Well, you mad, so he wins. I know. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It is what it is. Anyway, H bars for 2. Thank you. Brian needs to stop hand holding. Brian retired too. So tell me that. No. I don't take it as a knock towards me, dude. I don't. Not at all. It's all good. It's, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's fucking lame. All right. But let's move on. Sorry. That was not where I wanted to go. I just got in that mode and had to run with it. Anyway, Skywalker Brian here says, is it okay if you use my Haunted Mansion trailer Twitter thread breakdown for context? It's got over 40K fires. It's in Discord. Yeah. No. We'll take a look at that, man. I know you are definitely into that shit. I haven't even watched the trailer yet, so we'll actually take a look at that right now. And then we'll get into the Batman stuff, which isn't, much necessarily, but it's definitely something that will be fun to talk about. All right, this is it. Let's bring this up, folks. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on here. Okay. Let's fucking look. I'm sorry. If you're going to come in here with this bullshit, Scipio, I'm going to fucking call you out. All right. Your definition of blackmail is different than mine. Let me fucking explain to you, because I was in the fucking call, what the fuck happened. Let me fucking explain to you what the fuck happened. So I want to know what your definition of blackmail is, because when my definition of blackmail is when a person contacts another person through a third party, i.e. me, begs me to come on a call with him, to bring RJ in a call with him, so he can sit there and say, RJ, you don't want to throw your life away over this shit. You've got a future. You don't want to throw your future away over this shit. So if anyone accuses Zeno of being a racist, I'm going to have to provide context. Now, we know that context is Saggy peer pressuring RJ to say the N-word with an A ending, not at anyone, just in a call with her, Hans, and fucking Zeno as a way to get a stupid ass Discord emoji. Okay, it's stupid. RJ's admitted that it's stupid. He felt really bad about it, but that doesn't even really fucking matter. All right. What matters is the fact that Max is like, if somebody accuses me of hanging out with a racist, i.e. Zeno, i.e. his mod, i.e. his friend, who he plays Xbox with, then in order to run defense for Zeno, he's going to come out with some life ruination bullshit to hurt RJ and to potentially hurt RJ's chances at a career as in his field down the fucking road. If that's not extortion, coercion, or blackmail, then I don't know what the fuck is. If you've got a better fucking definition of what this is, I would absolutely love to fucking hear it. But in the fucking meantime, please take that tiny fucking mushroom penis dick out your motherfucking ear and actually listen to fucking shit. Listen to fucking shit. When you've got, and then not only that, because I don't think you fucking listened to me lay it out to Little Movie Perp the other night, where I did calm and collective, giving an entire timeline and breaking down everything as it went down. There's also the nice little funny caveat that Max added to that little equation, which is Max then wanted RJ to control what his friends said. Max wanted RJ to control what his friends said, saying, if any one of your friends comes out and attacks Zeno, then I'm going to do the same thing too. I'm going to provide the fucking context. So this not is just like, if you say something, I'll do this. It's if you may not say something, but if your friends say anything, then I'm going to do this shit. I would, again, really love to fucking know what your definition of blackmail is if you don't think it's blackmail, because Max still, and I told him this the next day, he still broke the law. It was illegal. He had to go out and seek legal counsel and then read a very poorly prepared statement in a live stream with no context as to the alleged crimes that he was being accused of committing, that he had to go get a legal fucking statement to try to distance himself from any kind of legal culpability. So please, in whatever fucking weird multiversal dipshitted upside down remedial with a hard R fucking world you live in, explain to me how that is not blackmail, extortion, coercion. Explain that to me. Really, honest to God, fucking explain that to me. Because if that is not what you fucking, it's so goddamn ridiculous, dude. Like, are you fucking insane? Are you fucking insane? Jesus fucking Christ. No, Thomas, look, dude, if you want to suck Max's dick, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. But don't fucking let him get off the hook for what he tried to do to RJ. It doesn't matter. I'm milking it dry because I'm mad at my friend, asshole. I'm mad at my friend for taking another friend and trying to threaten life ruination over a fucking another dude that this guy has never fucking met. Max is out there like, oh, RJ is like my brother. RJ is like my brother, until he's not. Until he is just a fucking obstacle. And then he goes out there, well, you know, all things considered, I only lost 40 subs, you guys. I mean, I was exposed for wanting to commit a federal crime and attempting to make a federal crime. And I was all these kind of things, but I only lost 40 subs. And I could really use a few subs at this. But please, by all means, suck his dick. Suck his dick. I hope he fucking comes right down your fucking throat. I hope you fucking lap it up and it tastes like goddamn fucking tropical fruit punch. That's what I hope for you. If that's what you're going to fucking do. Flat out. But I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to fucking sit there and just look the other fucking way. I'm not going to look the other fucking way. And I'm not even calling for cancellation. I'm not calling for anyone to unsubscribe. All I want is accountability and a straight man-to-man fucking apology. And not even from Max, from who he really fucking is. And I know who he really is. I'm not going to say it because that's a dick move. I'm not going to lower myself to his fucking level. To put the fear of God into him. Like Andy Signor and Jody's Corner fucking tried. But please. Chug-a-lug-lug. Anyway. All I want him to do is just apologize to RJ. That's it. That's all I want. I just want him to apologize to RJ. RJ didn't deserve that shit. RJ didn't deserve that shit. Max is mad at fucking Saggy. He takes it out on RJ. Max is mad at me. He takes it out on RJ. RJ didn't deserve that. Life ruination shit. You fucking kidding me? A 41-year-old man, motherfucker. Life ruination shit. The world we live in now is so fucking hyper paranoid about any of that fucking old ass dumb shit coming out. Everyone is afraid of that shit coming out. And to fucking threaten that bullshit. And it wasn't like he had proof. He just had a story. He just had a story. RJ was at least man enough to confirm that it was real and then apologize for it. Gee, like Max. I only lost like 40 times. Yeah, I could have lost more. Anyway. I'm just fucking pissed at that shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to besmirch the greatness that is fruit punch. I don't know. Fucking cherry flavored cough syrup. How about that shit, right? Anyway. It's just fucking frustrating. It's just fucking frustrating, man. You know, I mean, look, here's the thing. As much as I dislike the Fandom Menace, I don't think they would sink to that fucking level. Really, honestly. I don't think that they fucking would. All right. Let's go and check out this trailer for Haunted Mansion. And anyway, sorry, got a little distracted there. I haven't watched this yet. Let's see how good this is.
Welcome home. I know this place isn't as warm as I'd hoped, but I'm going to light a vanilla candle, and it's going to be a game changer.
Will it though?
We're out.
All right. I'm digging
This
it.
mansion is unhinged. She needs all the help she can get. You want to be a hero? Pass. $2,000.
What's the address?
I'm gonna move into a house without windows, so I won't see you walking by.
Guys,
Walking by
little help?
with your new.
I just saw that.
This house has a way of playing tricks on you. Oh my God.
Is anybody else seeing this?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Be careful. Death lurks around every corner.
Other more powerful entities may come through.
Not on our watch.
Well, what are you gonna do? Seriously.
They're already dead.
You're gonna be deader.
Okay.
All right, I got to admit that looks solid. All right, that looks legitimately solid. I like that. Anyway, just to kind of address the other comment there, I never touched Griggs or EVS. Get your fucking facts straight. All right, go get your fucking facts straight there. I know you're a channel member, but that's not gonna fucking alleviate you from catching my ire with your bullshit. Just saying. So, just saying. I appreciate your patronage, but you know what? If you're gonna be a dick, you're gonna be out the door. I don't give a fuck. I don't mind. If you want to criticize, but let's actually, fucking be on the right goddamn, the right shit. Know your fucking topic. Know what you're saying. Right? How about that shit? Anyway, trailer looked great. Trailer looked fantastic, I have to say. Really liked it. So here we'll take a look here at Skywalker Brian and his take of this. He's got almost 54,000 views on this tweet as he breaks down the Haunted Mansion, which is I really enjoy the 2003 movie. I liked it for what it was. It wasn't Pirates of the Caribbean, and that might have been the problem, as it came out only a few months after Pirates of the Caribbean, which set the bar insanely high. Now, would I have loved to have seen like Guillermo's Haunted Mansion? Yeah, but this looks solid for what they're trying to do. Tiffany Haddish is hot. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. Yes, she is. But really, I'm all about Rosario Dawson, dog. I'm not going to lie. Ever since kids. Anyway, so there's that. But all right. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, let's get into this. Let's just go into this here. So, all right. So, as Brian says here, the opening shot of the trailer as we meet Gabby, who's a single mother, played Rosario Dawson. There is no, this is no doubly an homage. What? Is this no doubt an homage to the famous HWAD Imagineer sketch? Ken Anderson of the mansion's facade. Walt called him the jack of all trades as an animator, architect, and artist. Oh yeah, all right. Well, original artwork for it looks pretty good. A little updated, right? A little bit bigger, but I get it. Looks pretty decent. All right, now you've got these two shots. We get a beautiful double whammy. We see two versions of the bride, aka Constance Hatchaway. We see her portrait is in the attic of the Haunted Mansion. Next is an homage to the Beating Heart Bride. That was a version done in 2006 for Disney World. Okay, cool. The original Beating Heart incarnation of the bride was opted out for the Constance Hatchaway, a much more illicit backstory. Following a post-refurb, the Beating Heart feature of the character was removed due to its failing to be able to work with Constance projection mapping. That sucks. I can't fully confirm the portrait in the background. Oh, here we go. We're going to bring this up. All right, it says here, I can't fully confirm the portrait in the background, but it seems like this is another homage towards a cut concept that Mark Davis did from a macabre version of the famous portrait done by Thomas Gainsborough, the Honorable Mrs. Graham, and the famous knight in the attraction. The knight looked good. Oh yeah. You know what? I haven't been to, is the Haunted Mansion in Walt Disney World, is that better or different than the one in Disneyland? I've only been to the one in Disneyland, but I fucking love the one in Disneyland. So there's that. Good stuff there. Okay, going on here, he says, and oh, just another bonus mention of the bride, Constance Hatchaway. Hatchaway, yeah. Close up, and she looks straight like the modern version for the map projecting that she is known today as. Very legit Bloody Mary vibes, no question about it. That looked pretty decent. And the CG isn't even done yet, 100%, to give you a look there. Yeah, okay. Okay, man, yeah, look, I mean, you know, it's definitely an updated version. This version looks a bit more like Corpse Bride, but I mean, obviously it's, you know, completely different stuff there. All right, and then this is a fantastic shot of the Hatbox Ghost, and worth pointing out, as real, Guillermo del Toro is a producer. Okay. Oh, Guillermo is a producer of this adaptation. Oh, no wonder. Okay. It's kind of like when you go and you watch The Hobbit, right? Like, you know that it's a Peter Jackson directed movie, but it just feels like a Guillermo movie, and that, you know, because of all the work he did on it. Whereas Desolation of Smog and the Battle of the Five Armies very much feels like, you know, fucking Peter Jackson, because that is his. And it says here, okay, so is a producer of this adaptation, as the green lighting seems like a nod towards the poster back in July 2010 of his unproduced project that never came to fruition. Okay, so I was right about him having worked on an adaptation. I didn't know he produced this, but you can kind of feel it a little bit, and I'm okay. Then we got this one here, the Dead Ghost, and this is a dead given. Obvious that this is the ghost host. To clarify, this is not Master Gracie. And when you first enter the foyer of the Haunted Mansion, the only difference is that his outfit is change as a minor difference with the iconic Haunted Mansion wallpaper. Brian, if you know, I'm just going to suggest this. If you have to cut letters out because of the 280 character limit, just pay the $11 a month and become verified, and you get like a whole bunch more space, just saying. And then compares it here to this picture. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Although they did remove the noose, which sucks, but I understand. All right, and then he says here, I couldn't find any good references for these shots, but the wallpaper is from the stretching room and one of the lamp props inside the Haunted Mansion, and we see another beautiful shot of Hatbox Ghost, but we don't see Jared Leto, probably for the sake of spoilers. I mean, or, you know, they don't want to frighten small children away too quickly. Yeah, I'm just saying. So that looks pretty cool there. And then he says here, whoever was in charge of the effects department, Disney Studios, give this person a freaking raise. This beautiful shot of the Hatbox Ghost up close, that actually does look really good. I gotta agree with that right there. I do admit though, like, look, I like the design of this. I just love the way this looks. I mean, the movie version looks good too, but like, just, you're never, I know it's not practical, but it's like, it just to me, this just looks better. That's just what I'll say about that one there. All right. So then, okay, even more amazing shots of the famous areas of the endless hallway and the, and the endless hallway. And hold on, I just gotta play catch up here on one thing real quick. Okay. The endless hallway and the iconic stretching room that are featured in a good majority of Disney parks globally, even paying homage to Clem Hall, who was a Hollywood artistic / scenic designer. All right. Getting some good looks here. I really like the way that the forced perspective looks there, for like having it be the infinity thing. That looks really good. Of course, the stretching room is just awesome. I love that so much. All right, and see, this shot can be interpreted two different ways. The famous library, where we see Danny DeVito and Tiffany Haddish. This could be potentially another reference towards the 2003 adaptation that starred Eddie Murphy. Possibly. I mean, sure. That movie, I mean, no one really talks about that movie, though, right? Now, all right, going on here, he says, it seems like Constance is not happy with another shot in green lighting. Also, the grandfather or 13 hours clock that is famously known in the Haunted Mansion. The 2003 film adaptation for the clock was a nod towards the Disney World version, but it wasn't a grandfather clock, all right? So seeing the shot here, okay. There we go. More to note, that it was a giant clock face mounted above the arched hallway leading to the ballroom and not a grandfather clock in the 2003 film. Disneyland hands resemble skeleton fingers and Disney World resembles a leech, while the Minute Hen resembles a demon's tongue. Oh, that's new. So the trailer ends with a beautiful shot of the iconic ballroom and the famous organ from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea at Disney Studios. The floating props potentially Owen Wilson's characters might encounter. Madame Leota, Jamie Lee Curtis maybe. We'll have to see. A couple good shots there. Really enjoy the lighting. Enjoy the look of everything. I just love Haunted Mansion. This is my jam. And then for those at home, yes, Jamie Lee Curtis is playing Madame Leota for this live action adaptation of Haunted Mansion. We don't know if she'll be in her mortal state as the psychic Fortune and tell her mortal state or the famous crystal ball in her own room. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's going to be better than Jennifer Tilly. I would assume at this particular point, right? I would say it's probably going to be better than Jennifer Tilly. But either way, I gotta give cred to Brian there for putting in the hard work, for letting us know what's going on with this movie. It looks like a lot of fun. It was gonna be on what is it? It was gonna be on Disney Plus, right? And then they moved it to theatrical. I think with a trailer like this, you're looking at something pretty good. So that should be something fun as well. Phantom NSLs here says the trailer looks really good. Sucks it as Tiffany Haddish and Jared Leto, though. Well, here's the thing. Tiffany Haddish was actually exonerated of those accusations levied against her and Aries Spears. She was exonerated. So that was something that I'll say this. Personally, I don't think Tiffany Haddish is very funny. I think she just plays the same character over and over and over again. But, it's still the whole thing there. So there's that. Willie here asking, isn't Luke Wilson in this movie? Owen Wilson is. Hans here says, I'm not a huge fan of the Hobbit movies, to be honest. Then, okay. I mean, we all get bad takes, Hans. We all get bad takes. It's okay. It's okay. Englishman. Well, I'm reading. Anyway, yeah, I agree with Ryan here. I'm glad they're getting the theatrical release. And with Reed saying yeah, sorry, if I could fucking talk. Yeah. Now he says that. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Skywalker Briner says it got shifted from August to July because of the Marvels. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense if they moved the Marvels. I just don't understand why they're not dropping fucking Haunted Mansion in October. It just doesn't make any sense to drop even a family-friendly horror movie in the middle of summer. Like, it's not the right time. Like dropping it at the end of September and letting it run throughout the month of October would have done very well, because at that point you're in the season. I don't know why they do this. It's like every once in a while they'll release a Christmas movie in like the weirdest of times. They'll release a Christmas movie. It won't be anywhere near Christmas. And you're like, why are you doing this? It doesn't make any sense. Why a movie like Haunted Mansion, which is very much tied in to, the Halloween time at Disneyland and Disney World, when they do the special, the redesign for the holiday, that it doesn't make any sense to not do it then. But whatever, man, whatever. Big Time Daredevil says, wasn't there a Scarlett Johansson Haunted Mansion movie? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I do not know. So, I don't know. I'll have to sign up. Let's see. Reed here says the Muppets Haunted Mansion was good. It was okay. It was okay. Right. I didn't think it was, it was that, right. I don't think it was really necessarily better. It was okay. It was okay. I don't know. I got to go back and watch it again. So, I see Ryan here says the Eddie Murphy version was very atmospheric. The problem was that it didn't exactly stick the landing. That can happen. Yeah, that can happen. I haven't watched it since 2003 when that came out. So like, that's the whole thing. Oh no, it's right. All right. ScarJo's working on the Tower of Terror movie. That's right. That's what it was. That's right. That's what it is. Yeah. I forgot. It's, there's so many rides, right? There's so many rides. All I want Disney to do is give me a Star Tours ride. Show, I think there's references to Star Tours in like Mando this season, or I think I read something that there's another reference to Star Tours in like Mando season 3, episode 2, like chapter 18. I don't know. We'll have to see here. But okay, let's go into some supers that I had missed here with This Is for Fiber. Thank you, buddy. Says, what you said about Knights of the Old Republic was completely wrong because EA didn't own BioWare when the game was made. Yes, but EA owns BioWare now, meaning EA owns BioWare's assets. Keep in mind, BioWare merged with Pandemic to make BioWare Pandemic before being bought by EA, right? Battlefield was a DICE creation. EA bought DICE in order to get access to Battlefield. Microsoft bought Bungie in order to get Halo. Then Bungie bought themselves free with the money that was made from Halo Reach. So, and then Microsoft still owns Halo. So I wasn't wrong. I'm not wrong. I mean, I appreciate, you having knowledge about Die Hard, but in this, no, I am going to claim that I know exactly what is going on. So, anyway on that one. Thank you though. Todd for 20 bones, buddy. I was in the process of something else you said, so thank you so much. Would you please sing some karaoke and please sing your favorite Cardi B song? Please, the entire chat wants to hear you sing Cardi B. The only Cardi B song that I know that I like is WAP. Which, if you want me to do WAP, motherfucker, I'll do WAP. All right. I'll do it before the end of the stream. We got 100 people watching right now. We just hit 100. Thank you guys very much for that. Hit the like, get it up there. If you guys want me to destroy the song WAP to make your wife drier than Ben Shapiro's while trying to sing it, then stay tuned, folks, because tonight on Hollywood After Dark, we're going to be singing some wet-ass pussy. Oh, yeah, folks, wet-ass pussy. The shit I do for you people. God damn it, I love you. I love you all the same. All the same. So anyway. LucasArts published Knights of the Republic. BioWare still has some, okay, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. I don't fucking know. Okay? All right. It just seems to me that they would have some say on it, right? And I know that EA paid Lucasfilm like $300 million for a licensing deal to do the Old Republic and everything else. And that, I don't even know. Did that ever make any money? I never played it really. So whatever. We'll have to find a way to do a deep dive on this to be 100% up to date on it. Sure. So, all right. Moisture for 5, thank you, says, are we ever going to get more Pirates of the Caribbean? Also, Tron is an underestimated franchise. So, Moisture, I did see your other super chat, which I'll get to here in a second. So thank you for that. However, Pirates of the Caribbean. So as far as I understand it, and I could be wrong, but as far as I understand it, Bruckheimer is trying to develop Pirates of the Caribbean, like a reboot. There's obviously the one that they wanted to do with Margot Robbie. That one's largely dead, I think, at this point, which is fine because keep Christina Hodson completely away from that. There is another one that they're working on, but I think right now a lot of it is up in the air, and a lot of it has a lot to do with Johnny Depp. There has been talks with with Jerry Bruckheimer about bringing in Johnny Depp down the road at some point. He's open to it. He'd like to do it. Obviously, Johnny Depp has a lot of sway with the fans of that franchise, and coming off of that defamation case win, I mean, you're talking like almost every middle-aged house mom in the Midwest will just be like ready to go see this movie. it will do well. It will do well. It just has to be good. It has to be better than On Stranger Tides and the last one, whatever it was called. Dead Man's Hand. Was that what it's called? I forget. I only saw it once. It was okay. I mean, I liked the ending, but it was all right. You know, they've got to just really bring in a solid writer to really extrapolate on the lore, because what they did with Pirates 1 through 3 and that trilogy was really good. I mean, a bit overloaded and overbearing by the time you get to like the third movie, but what the East India Trading Company was up to as the villains of that, ultimately, that was really interesting. And I thought that something they could do, is to touch upon the concept of there being magic, but the corporations are killing it, which is kind of the whole point of that movie. That's why the Kraken got killed, because it got in the way of progress. And like that was interesting. So you got to tell an interesting story. What they should do, you want my honest take, it should be Pirates of the Caribbean goes to Atlantis, right? Just goes to Atlantis, finds Atlantis, or finds El Dorado, or finds something along those lines that is like so far removed from anything else that it can just be its own thing. But you really got to like get a director, get a screenwriter that understands how that shit works. As for Tron, yeah, I think Tron is underestimated. I don't quite know what's going to happen though with like this new one with Jared Leto, man. Like, I don't know. Are people wanting to see a Jared Leto movie? Are people wanting to see a Jared Leto led Tron franchise? I don't know. I mean, when's the last time Jared Leto starred in a movie where he was the key star in that movie? I don't recall the last time Jared Leto mainlined a film. Oh no, Morbius. My bad, Morbius. And how did Morbius turn out? Well, it is Morbin time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Anyway, thank you for that though. Let's see. Brian here says, Scream 6 opening weekend, you gonna see it or not? I haven't seen Scream 5. I definitely need to figure that out though. I need to sit down and watch it. I need to definitely sit down and watch it. Okay. And then Moisture says here, not that I want Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp, but the franchise can live on without him. I think yes. But what you have to have, okay, so for the franchise to live on without Johnny Depp, here's what has to happen. They have to pass the torch, right? You can't just go like, you can't just Poochie him. You can't Cara Dune him, right? Where you just write him off and say, oh, Captain Jack, oh, he's living off in Pirate Kingdom now. He's got his spoils of war and his wenches of plenty. You know, you can't do that because people want to see, what's going to happen. You can treat that shit like Spider-Man No Way Home. You can pass that torch. You know, you can do another movie like, you know, where they're going to be able to pass the torch to something else. 100%. You are able to do that. And with that, that's how you do it, right? That's how you do it. You can make it live on without him. You just have to have him pass the torch to the younger crowd and then still be somewhere on standby in the background. Like, that's all you have to do. I mean, you don't even really have to act upon having him be in there pretty frequently. But it's like, keep him around, even if it's like a minimalistic take, because people are going to want it. And that's what they feel comfortable with, is that. So yeah, it's doable. It's 100% doable. Yeah, H. Bart's here says, just give him a proper goodbye. You totally can do that. You could totally do that, right? You know, Willie here says, Tron ended with Jeff Bridges, in my opinion. I don't know if that's going to be like, if they're going to be able to build upon that too much, man. I loved Tron Legacy and Tron, right? Spherical Man says, I was with Morbius mainly for Matt Smith. Matt Smith did well. He did well. I liked him. Mo Moon here says, let Morbin time die. No, I will not let Morbin time die because it's Morbin time. Prime just got retweeted by James Gunn. Hold on. Link it in the private, in the private chat. Link it in the private chat. All right. So Moisture this is, I guess you could kind of argue a serious topic that Moisture brought up a little bit ago. I want to touch upon it real quick when Sagi gets me that information. And you know, he asks here, do you ever get tired of talking about movie news? If so, why do you keep doing it? Okay. So yes, I do get tired talking about movie news. There are days where not much is going on. There's days where nothing really interests me. And I have to ask myself, what's the point? Not only that, as I've been honest with you guys, because I'm always honest with you guys. This is like my job. This is outside of doing Uber Eats. This is my gig. This is how I pay my bills, how I pay my mortgage, how I feed my kids. So I have to stream, And that's like part of it, right? Like it's a job. So the problem when you're self-employed on that front is on days where you don't feel like you want to do it, you still have to kind of do it. But here's the issue with that, right? I don't ever want to just come to work and like go through the motion and not have an active good time talking about this stuff. What I have given heavy consideration to is like really trying to plan out each episode, like having like the general news of the day, like 5 minutes talking about that, and then go into a topic and talk about the topic. The problem with that though is what I believe one of the true great elements of Hollywood After Dark is the spontaneity of it, is the randomness of it, is the pure and utter vulgarity of it, is just the fact that, you know, we joke about stuff here that probably wouldn't get joked about on a lot of other live streams. And we do it with a smile on our face and a twinkle in our eye, and we're laughing and having a good old time and shit. That's part of it, right? So that's a big factor. That's a factor. That's the truth of it. And it's like, look, in reality, what I would prefer would be like having enough coming in through Patreon to where I could stream 3-4 days a week and cover random varied topics, have a lot of fun, but not have to 100% rely on the super chats because those ebb and flow. So it's like, it is what it is. That's just the reality of the business. The other side of that would be go full like Fandom Menace, because otherwise you're not going to get attention, right? Like there's the ending explained videos that like, you know, people who get early access to everything can have those videos ready to go and get them out at a rapid pace. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to watch that. I don't get at, you know, so it becomes problematic for like how to get there. I am building Podio commentary because I do really enjoy it. I love Podio commentary. I love doing it. I spent this morning researching the movie The Frighteners from 1996. A lot of interesting stuff there. Put together my scripting on it. Had a blast. Looking forward to watching that in a couple days. Next week is going to be that. Week after that's Waxworks, which is a sponsored video by HWAD, you know. Looking forward to diving into that. I got the Blu-ray copy he sent me of the double feature right there. So it's going to be all good. So there are things to do with it. There's just, it's finding, my love of movies hasn't dipped. It's just finding a way to convey that's not always going to be like what's happening, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's really kind of where we are. All right. That's where we are. I don't want to ever feel like we're just going through the motions. I never want to feel that way. If I feel that way, I'll quit. That's not even like that's not even hyperbole. I'll just quit. Like, it's not worth it for me. If I'm not engaged in it, then I don't want to do it. I want to be engaged in it. And I don't always want that to be a fight. I really don't. I have more fun just like learning about shit, talking to you guys, having a good old time and stuff, you know. Mad Queen Daniel says, Podio Heart, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Will I do a Podio commentary on Andor? TV shows are like difficult. Only because there's so much there to remember. And it's like, that's kind of, and I'll be honest, like, again, the big thing I have trouble with when it comes to Podio commentary is like, how much time do I spend talking about the specifics of the film? Like the history of it, the box office, all that shit I can get the info on. But it's like, that shit's where I find myself like having the bigger trouble with it, right? Like, it's like, that's where I always kind of run into an issue, and I'm trying to work it in a way where I'm not just reciting the whole plot, but trying to give an overview of my thoughts, what I like, what I don't like, and things like that. But I think the production history, I think that the trivia bits are fascinating, and those are what I have the most fun with. No, we haven't talked Batman Beyond yet. We're going to get to that here in a second. It just got crazy. Jester says, yeah, you and anime like pulling teeth. I'm old, man. Like, that's the best way to describe it. I'm an old man. I'm 41 in 3 weeks. All right. That's not old. I'm being facetious, hyperbolic, right? For entertainment purposes. It's difficult for me, but I'm dedicating all of next month, or maybe even May. The Taylor came up with the Annie May slogan, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll give you guys an extra week of fucking movies, of anime movies. That's gonna be, if I go, instead of Anime April and I go Anime April's 4 weeks. Anime is fucking 5 weeks. So that's like getting me to watch 5 anime movies in a month, on top of going on vacation during that month too. So I'm going back to Alaska. So it's like, you know, yeah, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. All right. I got a good lineup. We got Spirited Away. Okay. I love Spirited Away. So I'm kind of easing into movies that I've seen that I've enjoyed. All right. We're doing Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. Okay. We're doing what is it? Because I love Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. I don't give a fuck. All right, I don't give a fuck. I like that movie. All right, then we're doing what's the third? Your Name, right? Your Name. That is Taylor had sent me a copy of that on Blu-ray. I know there's Pompo the Cinephile, which I've got sitting right here as well. And I might do that one. I got to look in to see if there's a history there I can talk about with the movie. And then Perfect Blue, which I saw Ryan Hartwell had recommended that trailer. And I watched the trailer on Anime Red Pill Night and I enjoyed it. So I got it, right? So I got it. So those are like, you know, that would be the lineup. That would be the first anime would be that. And maybe we can make it an annual thing if the anime fans seem to like it. Again, I'm open to watching new things and talking about new things. I really am. I don't have a problem with it. You guys know that about me. I like a lot of shit. All right. Sometimes it being literal shit. So yeah, but that's where we are. Anyway, can we watch the trailer I DM'd you? Yeah, we'll watch it towards the end. Yeah. Yeah, I'll find it. So Andrew says 41 is half dead. Not only that, I'm overweight, a diabetic, and I'm like white knuckling life because I don't have a 401k and I'm trying to be self-employed in a downed economy, being a content creator that is no longer, pushing a lot of right wing, content through a leftist perspective. Okay. So it's kind of like, my girlfriend said it best. She's like, you're kind of white knuckling it through life right now. And I'm like, I've been doing that for years. I don't know why. I like it. It's stressful as fuck, but I like it. Anyway. All right. So, let's see here. Moisture says Disney should make a Tron animated movie. They should actually. I would argue that would be better probably than a live action, especially if they were to do something that was like, really good CG and shit. I'm thinking like fucking, Disney animation, right? Encanto, Strange World, things like that, and so that would be interesting. I think that would be good for them to do outside of doing live action. I don't know why they're so predominantly focused on live action. A lot of these stories can just be told in animation. Like, I'm sorry, I don't need to see a live action adaptation of an anime. If you want to do an adaptation of an anime, just do a fucking movie. As an anime, it's like, I love Bob's Burgers. One of the things I really didn't care for with the movie was they went from like the traditional animation that they were doing for the show, and they decided to fucking up it by giving everything shadows. The Simpsons movie did the same thing. It's like, you don't need to make it look like it's a fucking Hollywood movie. It just needs to look like what the fans fucking love. That's it. That's all you got to do. You don't need to have the fancy special effects and the computer whizzing around and all the, the fancy cinematography. You just got to do it in the way that people out there fucking love, that warrant the investment into making a movie. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. All right. So thank you for that, though. I really do appreciate that. Am I going to do patio commentary on the original Star Wars trilogy? Eventually I'll do all those. Where I'm at now with that, and this is the thing, Kenneth, and like, maybe you guys can give me, your take on this. Like if I were to do like collections, like doing patio on, the Star Wars trilogy, or like the Matrix trilogy, or whatever, right? Or a series like Scream 1 through 6 or whatever. Like, is that something you guys would be interested in doing? Because I don't have a problem with sitting down and watching it. Like, I could do the entirety of like the Rocky series, because I got that box set, watch those, do the stuff on that and talk about those. With Chat GPT and AI, researching it actually is a lot faster now. So doing the turnaround on those scripts is actually a lot easier. So there's that. I mean, that's kind of like, I look at, there's a podcast called Blank Check, which I like. And they're like one of the biggest one, like with Griffin David. They're like, I think like one of the biggest movie podcasts, and they do 3-hour long form discussions every week on like the movies that filmmakers got a blank check to make. But as they've done so many episodes now, they'll do like collections of directors. Like they did like, 12 weeks dedicated to like fucking John Carpenter. Right. And those are good episodes, you know. And then they get like $50K a month in like fucking Patreon and shit. It's insane how much money they make. And the conversations are good, but I'm like, yeah, it interests me, but from like the investigative perspective. So it's something I'm curious about, as always. You know, Hans here says, just watch 3 shows, 1 show a week binge. That's, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to do. Let's see. H Parts here says Matt owns Al's Toy Barn, so he got other income. Shut up. All right. And Moisture here says, or at least have, talking about Tron some more, at least have Bruce Boxleiter pass the torch since he is Tron. Yeah. You could totally have Bruce Boxleiter come back, and pass the torch on to that one. I mean, better him, I think, than Garrett Hedlund or Olivia Wilde. You know what I mean? At least if you're going for the nostalgic factor. Obviously, you know, Flynn, probably not going to see Flynn anymore, unfortunately. But man, I do love Tron Legacy. That movie was really, really, really fantastic. Ryan here says covering a TV show would be like requiring season by season. I mean, yeah, kind of. It's just there's a lot there. There's a lot there to talk about that. So, oh, sorry, I missed this one. I'm so sorry. To continue the Tron franchise, they need to actually bring back Tron and get Bruce Boxleiter. Yeah, sorry, I missed that one. Yes, I'm trying to go back through these ones that because we ramped up the chat on that one. So I completely agree. Would love to see what they're going to do with that, if at all. If at all on that. We should be pretty good. Okay, so all right. There is all right, Prime. Okay. Okay, hold on here. So this is what Prime had tweeted out. Prime is a longtime Snyder guy. I don't want to call him a Snyder bro because, you know, he's not really that type, I would say. And so he actually, yes, there was a Tron animated series. I got that one, didn't I? Yeah, Tron animated series, right? Or is there another one that I missed? No, sorry. Sometimes they come in like it doesn't give them to me all right away, so it is what it is. And Reed, I'll get to you in a second, buddy. Thank you. Okay, so Prime here says the great thing about the new DCU is that that is approaching is the comics are actually selling now, and not just selling; they're selling out and getting second prints. Y'all have no clue the last time books were getting second prints. Now the new Superman from Josh Williamson is quite good so far. And James Gunn has done a great job by presenting books. And now everyone is witnessing the effects of presenting material. Yes. Like, sorry, there's hard to read. I know what he's trying to say. It's hard to read grammatically because I'm a grammatical, you know, not to be a dick about it, but it's like punctuation helps me process. Okay. So yes, the fact that, and he's right about that. He's absolutely right about that, to where, you know, one of the things that I think DC has done well, and I absolutely agree with RJ on this, is that they have started, and they've done this for a while. They started doing this with Batman. They're doing it with Black Adam. They're going to do it again with the Flash. And obviously going forward, promoting the comics that these movies are based on to get people, the average viewer, interested in reading them and picking them up. Fantastic idea. I support it whole cloth. I support it 100%. I think it's a wonderful way to introduce comics to new people. Now, I understand that they're doing this from a business perspective. I think they should go a step further, though. What they should do is they should collaborate with local libraries to hold DC Comics Days, because a lot of these libraries have access to graphic novels. You can rent them, or you can borrow them from the library. You can borrow comics from the library. I think maybe even some cases there's digital access to some of these comics at the local library. They should team up with the local libraries, especially in lower income areas. Now, I say this, right? I say this because if I could find the tweet, I saw the tweet yesterday. I forget who tweeted it out, so I'm just going to paraphrase. But this person was talking about how in the last like 10 to 15 years, reading for fun amongst the youth has fallen off a cliff. Kids just aren't interested in reading. They're just not into it. right? And I understand that technology has gone a different direction. You know, you've got video games, you've got YouTube, TikTok, all the other distractions, right? Social media, all that shit. I get that. But man, like, you know, I'll tell you, like, taking my kids to school and going to the library in the morning and whatnot, I walk in and they've got like graphic novels. I've seen some interesting stuff there that I've wanted to check out and take a look at. You know, they got movies, the library is such a fantastic resource for these things, right? For communities that are largely underserved, I think. And it provides, you know, information. And it's not to say that like parents aren't interested in teaching their kids how to read. Again, my girlfriend was working with an organization that helped out on that front. So I've seen a lot of this shit firsthand. I've seen what happens when kids are steadily read to. You know, it does benefit them. It benefits them in education 100%. Even if they're reading comics, that's still reading. And I think to me, that's a very fascinating angle to it. I really do feel that if James Gunn was able to make that, you know, talk to WBD and make that initiative. For one, I think there'd be grants that they could probably get to promote it, right? Or it would definitely be a positive PR spin. It would blow Marvel out the fucking water, I'll tell you that, right? They come on in and they're like, oh yeah, the new head of DC Studios, James Gunn and Peter Safran are promoting a new initiative to promote DC Comics at local libraries by holding events in different libraries. And here's the thing with that. All they have to do is reach out to these fucking libraries and they'll fucking do it. The libraries will do it. The libraries will bring it on. You know, just imagine. I mean, literally, just imagine a little kid, right? A little kid who, like, you know, doesn't really, like, you know, parents don't have a lot of fucking money and shit, right? You know, like, you know, he's video games and crap, but the mom's like, hey, let's go to the fucking library. So they go to the library. Little kid walks on in. And they got it's DC Days. Call it DC Days. Fuck, I'm giving them literally $1 billion idea to push their content. Right. Yeah. It's like it's unfettered capitalism to an extent. It's the child to adult comic reader pipeline, but it is what it is. But they walk on in and this little kid fucking, you know, whatever, man. He just looks over and he sees Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, all these characters and shit. And all these graphic novels, especially the ones that are aimed at younger kids, the ones that are like the all-star Superman, right? The Superman where there's not a lot of darkness there. You know what I mean? And like the kid's like, all right, I'll check. Oh, it's kind of cool. Bright, colorful pictures. Kids fucking love pictures and shit, right? Fucking pick it up, start thumbing through. And the parents pick it up and shit, start reading it. Like I said, my 5-year-old loves it if I read these Chat GPT created, AI created children's stories to her from my phone. She cuddles up next to me in bed. And I literally just hold up my phone and I just read it off my phone. And she just enjoys hearing me tell the story. Parents could do that for their kids. Show them the pretty pictures. Read what it says. Yeah. Right? I think it. Yeah. They should do that. Never thought about it. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. That's the way it is. Fourth year says, why inner city? That's a largely underserved community of people. There's no way to say that's better than that. All right. Inner city individuals do not get the financing, the funding for proper education. They are largely not given that because of taxes, because the larger taxes, property taxes come out of, suburban areas. Those areas get the property, get the taxes. Those areas get the funding. Those areas get those initiatives. Those areas get a lot of the better equipment and a better teaching. The quality of education gets better. What you have in the inner city are people who are often overlooked, marginalized, not treated fairly in the overall spectrum of life. And that's not being a dick. I'm not saying that to admonish anyone in the suburbs. We are all dealt different hands and we all play that game any way we fucking can. That's just how life is. But there's no use in denying. And I say this because even 10 years ago, well, 11 years ago now, I worked for the LA Unified School District, and my job was to go into inner city schools and teach teachers how to use a fucking MacBook. All right. How to use a MacBook. But some of these places they sent me were in Watts, where the school was painted monochromatic gray and blue. It resembled jail. There were high fences with barbed wire, Guards were armed at the entrances. I had to get frisked to go into the school just to teach these teachers how to use a laptop. That this organization I was working for or working through had done all that. Had gotten them these laptops and shit. I went, another school in Watts. They sent me down there to help clean because they were doing a presentation. The school didn't even have alcohol, the screen wipes, right, for cleaning off whatever, because the kids all touched the computer screens and shit. They didn't even have one of those that wasn't dried out. I had to take a spray bottle, fill it with water, spritz these little wipes, moisturize them, and then scrub down I think it was like 100 some odd screens for the day. When I got to the school at 8:00 in the morning in Watts, I was asked by the principal of this elementary school, this predominantly black elementary school, and me walking in, a 30-year-old white dude. And she goes, "Oh, where'd you park your car?" And I said, I didn't. I took the subway here. And she's like, "Are you fucking stupid? You're going to die." Or she said, "You're going to get shot." I'm paraphrasing, but that's what she said to me. Because those communities are largely, there's so many problems there. So many problems there. And I personally believe one of the best ways to do that is through education. And if the way to reach those kids is through storytelling that they can relate to, which where we are now is superheroes, then it's in their best it's in their best initiative to run with it, to create it, to do it, to push it. I'm telling you, I'm fucking telling you, man. I'm fucking telling you. Reignite kids' passion in reading. It will do wonders. It confidence and understanding, confidence and comprehension, the ability to retain information, the ability to understand it, to dissect it, to itemize it, to catalog it, to retain it for when you need it, to better prepare you for the world around you. Not necessarily the world where you are, but the world outside of the world where you are. But again, if you can teach those kids and elevate those kids and put power to those kids at that age, you can change that fucking neighborhood. You can change those worlds. I'm telling you, it's possible. I'm not saying it's all going to be done through comic books and shit. Obviously, there's a lot of other crap that has to happen. But it's a good initiative. It's a good initiative. And obviously do it everywhere you can. But when I say inner cities, that's what I'm talking about. I've got fucking experience working in those environments in Los Angeles. I'm just saying, the kids there are good kids. Good kids. They deserve the same fucking the same access to shit that everyone else does. That's all I'm saying. Jess here says, all right. So are you saying libraries need to form mini comic book conventions? I mean, it can work, have comic writers and a few vendors outside. Yeah, I think they could. I think they should. When I was a kid, the library, I remember, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, the library would do the special, you can rent out rooms, groups and shit in the library. They had one, they taught us how to play Pokemon, the trading card game. There was one where guys who were Trekkies were there talking about the power of Star Trek. One guy, this is in the 90s. One guy even had a tricorder and he fucking hooked it up to his cell phone. Not the tricorder, the button thing, right? The boop, boop, whatever. But he hooked that up, the little emblem, the comm communicator, whatever it's called. I forget now. But he hooked it up and he had it to his cell phone in the 90s. And there was a speakerphone on it. In the 90s, they found a way to make this work. I'm just saying. It's you can, there's nothing wrong with sparking imagination. I think a lot of these kids, man, they have that imagination, that spark, that desire beat and crushed out of them by a system that largely forgets them. Literally. I'm just telling you. You change that, you change the world. 100%. 100%. But not everyone's going to agree with me. And that's okay. That is absolutely all right. Mo here says, I'm stealing this idea. Don't sue me. Why would I? No, do with it, man. Run with it. Do it. If you can help out, Mo, and I think you could. I know you like to troll, but you're a good guy. Meta here says 6,000 languages, and Matt starts to start seeking facts. Genius idea that unfortunately probably won't happen. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's where it's at, man. I understand that libraries lately, like, have been having limited hours and things like that. You got to make it work, obviously, but it's like, it takes time and dedication, but I think you can do it. Anyway, Rational here says the drug war in corporate police state hurt inner city communities. I agree. I definitely agree. So, Jarbo was the influence for the movie Dangerous Minds. Yeah. No, I'll tell you this, man. If I was a teacher, I'd walk in and do the exact same thing Michelle Pfeiffer did in Dangerous Minds. Give everybody an A. All right, you all start with A's. Now it's your job to maintain it. And that's giving them something positive to look forward to, positive to work for. Positive reinforcement does fucking wonders, man. Like, really, I hate when I have to raise my voice to my kids. I hate it. They know I hate it. I don't like it. I tell them, I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, let's find a way to make this work. But my daughter, they're defiant because they're 3 and 5. But, eventually my 5-year-old comes around. We can make it an arrangement and stuff. High school high. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, high school high is great. It's great. Ryan here says, I used to work for a library. I've been exposed to so many books and movies because of it. Now I use it to place books and movies on hold. I mean, yeah. There you go. All right. Yeah. Someone had mentioned, hold on. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Someone had mentioned, I was looking at some video on YouTube, right? And it was like, man, there was a thing way back in the day. We used to have at school at least once a semester and shit. It was, I wonder if I can find it here. If I could find the old, oh, there. No, is that it? Is this it? These might be older. Oh my God, these are old. I'm just trying to find a decent image of it, right? This might be, okay. This might be one we can use. Well, we'll check this out real quick. So let me just zoom this up. So when I was a kid, all right, this is definitely from way after I was out of school, but I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but these scholastic book fairs, man, what they would do is they would, oh my God, fuck, this shit was like crack, right? This shit was like crack when I was in elementary school. Okay. So every quarter, right? Every semester, whatever, we'd get these scholastic order kits, right? These little magazines would come out and they would just have the new books. I mean, you can see here, this is from December 2004. You can see the Christmas Carol, or maybe 2007. I don't know. You got the Jim Carrey one right there and everything else, right? The new movie. This would have been 07, I think. 08, maybe. Doesn't matter. But either way, man, it's we would get this shit, and this would come out and we'd all just circle the books we wanted, fucking Magic School Bus was a big one when I was a kid. There was Goosebumps were massive when I was a kid, and all these books, and you'd be able to get, you put the order in, right? You put the order in and stuff. And then you put the order in, and then, obviously it would go back to the company, and then they would do they would then send it to you and you'd get it. They'd also do these actual book fairs where you would just walk in, and you would be able to just check out a book fair, and they would just have books for sale. They would just have the books there that kids could see and shit and could check out and they could buy. Here's one right here. This is one from, I don't know where this comes from, but they got a whole table here of just Star Wars at a book fair. You could get all these different books, visual dictionaries of the Lego Star Wars right there with fucking Boba Fett on the cover. That's sexy. That's nice. I like that. You've got Jewish interest in the back. If you happen to be interested in Jews, I don't know, graphic novels and shit. Again, it's so, I'm just kind of drawn to that Jewish interest. What is that? I don't even know. But this is apparently a scholastic book fair, according to the Nostalgic 90s account is what that is. But that's what I'm talking about here. Reigniting that shit was a lot of fucking fun, right? Let's see. Ryan here says, I'd like to show you Markiplier's Korean massage. P.S. I'm looking forward to Saturday. Yes, we're gonna do Saturday. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Yeah. Send that over and shit. All right, and then what we've got here is says, well, comics are still better than my friend's crappy Amazon books that he wrote. I mean, like, yeah, sure. I'm actually trying to teach myself how to manipulate Midjourney into creating consistent images, and seeing if I can put something small and stupid together just for fun, right? Just for fun, but thank you for that. Also, Meta here says, I actually remember getting excited for book fairs in elementary school. Nice. They were so fucking awesome, man. Yo, Hans here says, I remember that. Love those. Toker says, I remember those. Yeah. Even Zach says, I remember these, right? Ryan, memories. H. Bart says, even in the 2000s, Goosebumps was huge at book fair. Dude, Goosebumps slapped. I remember when that came out, man. Fucking getting the very first one, Welcome to Dead House. That kind of creeped me out, but those books were fun, man. How the hell did R.L. Stine crank out literally a book a month, right? Now, if you think about it, the font was pretty big. The size of the text was pretty big. And the books were like about 100 pages, right? I'm going to Google this here. How many words was the average Goosebumps book? All right. About 23,000 words, according to R.L. Stine, actually himself. He said this on Twitter. Let's see here. He was asked, I'll bring this up. Okay, so someone here asked him, how many words did the average Goosebump book run, and how many words is your new book? He says approximately 23,000 words in a Goosebumps books, approximately 100,000 is new words. So it's like 23,000 words is really not that bad. All right, 23,000 words is really not that bad. So it's kind of like, and he was giving some writing advice here back in 2012. I love R.L. Stine, man. I love R.L. Stine. Love those books. And he had other books too. Those are all good. I'm just saying it's like Goosebumps fucking slaps, dude. I got to get my kids into those books, man. So, a lot of love for book fairs, man. Mo asking, when did you work for the LA Unified School District? I think it was from like March to like August of 2012. Yeah, my last job with them was in like the fall of 2012 and stuff. They just kind of ran out of use for me, I think. And I also like did not want to be there anymore. But yeah, it was an interesting gig. It was only like $12 an hour, and like it was not worth it for the gas I had to drive to go all the way down to where I did. But we'll get there. And then H. Bart's here says, I feel old looking at this stuff, and I'm only 22. Hey, buddy, just think about, like, here's the thing. In April, next month, Super Mario Brothers, the movie, is 30 years old. 30 years old for that shit, right? 30 years old. That's what it is. I mean, meow, right? Think about that. I was 11 when the first movie came out. The original movie dropped. I'm turning 41, and I'm taking my kids to go see the new movie roughly on the 30th anniversary of the old. So yeah, I mean, you want to talk about feeling old, you'll get there. You will absolutely get there. All right. Let's see here. Disney's bringing back Goosebumps. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, let's see here. We could have bumped into each other. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I just forget. Tony here says Jurassic Park turns 30 this year. Fuck. Now I feel old. God damn it. All right. I did say, yes. Sorry. You did say this one here. We should check out the Mystery Files teaser from, Watcher. Yeah, I actually saw that on Discussing Film. We'll check it out. It's short. I know it's short. We'll check it out, but thank you, man. Appreciate that. Okay. So where are we at right now? 20. Yes. I was 21 when I ran for governor of California, Saris. Yes. I won a radio station contest. That's what happened. I won a radio station contest, and they ran me for governor. It obviously I didn't win, but it was a fun experience. I had a lot of fun. So yeah, that actually happened. That's not making up. People like to give me shit for that. I think I make all that crap up. I am in no way making that crap up. It absolutely happened. Okay. All right. Okay. We gotta get through a lot of shit, guys. There's a lot going on tonight still. Let me just, all right. Gotta play catch up on everything. Let's talk about Batman Beyond, because there's really not much here to talk about in regards to Batman Beyond. But, what we do know is we find, again, take it with a grain of salt. Okay. We'll just bring up the fucking video. We'll bring up the video here. Okay. So I don't want to play the whole thing. There we go. All right. So this is them talking about, this is Roca and Snyder, for the Above the Line podcast, talking about the Batman Beyond stuff. Let's see what he has to say.
Leonardo DiCaprio, that will depend on whether Leo wants to commit and do it, right?
Right.
And then there's a backup plan in the event that he doesn't, right?
Okay.
In case he can't get Leo. And so what I'm told, John, and you may find this interesting, is I'm told that this other project, and this might be where the MTG fits into things, right?
Yeah.
That this other project actually involves veterans in their 50s.
Wow. Okay.
So maybe the veterans in their 50s thing.
Hold on, I'll find it here. They had it
sort of the GOP project revolving around veterans in
decades ago. So it wouldn't be necessarily Vietnam. So
the timeline. So I just wanted to clarify last week's, because there was some 100% on.
Okay. Ooh, this is big. I know, guys. I don't hear these things. Jeff doesn't like to tell me. He likes me had a natural reaction while we're on the show. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to say here. Go ahead. Yes.
Okay. I preface this by saying that the following project was commissioned by Walter Hamada.
Okay.
Okay. It was, as far as I know, never reported.
Wow.
And so as of this minute, the project is in development at DC. Now, could these guys get called in next week or whatever and said, that we're going to kill it? Possibly. Or could it just be put on pause, for the moment? Yes. But this was the project that I'd heard has never been reported, and there are multiple drafts of it up at Warner Brothers.
Okay.
I'm told that Daniel Casey, the writer of Fast 9, wrote a Batman Beyond movie.
Yes.
But the catch wasn't that it was live action, because that was what Christina Hodson was working on.
Yeah.
It was an animated Batman Beyond movie intended to be the DC's answer to Into the Spider-Verse.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
So,
okay.
I don't know if James, because James Gunn, I was in the room and everything, right? And they explained that James Gunn, he's overseeing film, television, and that includes, the comics and animation as well. It's all going to be part of one thing. So there's a total possibility that that's not where James Gunn is looking to do. That's not what he's looking to do with Batman. There's not going to be any Batman Beyond animated movie.
Yeah.
But the fact is that Dan Casey wrote multiple drafts of this movie, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And it has never been reported on. And it has technically no one involved in that project has been told it's dead yet.
Yeah. Wow. So what do you think? They're keeping it as a backup, because you've got Brave and Bold, you've got the Batman, the Matt Reeves series continuing. God knows what else he's got, and we've got this Flashpoint movie coming in just a few months. So do you think they're just keeping this on the back burner for now? They're not killing it just yet, just in case this stuff starts to pick up steam, all the James Gunn stuff, and then you can throw this in on top of the mix and really kind of counter what Sony was doing with Into the Spider-Verse. Is that the kind of thinking, do you think, in this kind of a situation, or is it just kind of sitting there now and they're never going to do it?
I'm not entirely sure. Do I have high hopes for it? No. I imagine that this is something that probably is not going to fit in with the new regime's plan.
Right.
Which is, I think that's fair. Again, why would James Gunn want to use stuff that Walter Hamada was sort of planning?
Yeah, right.
But do I still think it's newsworthy that DC under Hamada was at one point planning to do, an animated movie in that kind of style using storyline? Absolutely, yes.
Wow. That would have been interesting. It would have looked a little bit like you're trying to copy somebody else, but then again, there's so many Batman to be able to bring them back, to be able to go to multiple different universes of Batman, I think would be very fascinating. And certainly DC has trucked in multiple universes for numerous decades. So the idea that DC could do that through its arguably number one beloved character in the Batman, kind of like I think Spider-Man is for Marvel, that would have been the way to go. And I think a lot of people would have been very excited to see that happen, because you wonder who's going to voice what characters, and are any of the people who played the characters live action going to come back to voice those? Because one of the things that Spider-Man No Way Home did really well was kind of redeem the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. It also redeemed that third Spider-Man 3. We got to fall back in love with Tobey Maguire. We got to fall back in love with Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. And now there's rumors that both of them are going to get sequels to their stories that had seemed pretty much dead for the rest of our times. So maybe this could have been an interesting way to kind of bring not Val Kilmer, but maybe his son Jack Kilmer, who does a great job imitating his voice or doing his voice, and even George Clooney possibly back to do a version of his Batman.
Where are you getting this from? Yes, anything.
Okay, that's about as much as I can handle. I'm not a big fan of either Jeff Snyder or John Roca. Not, I don't have anything against them personally. I just I saw the comment who are these guys? Blargan here says, who are these guys? Just some random streamers. Roca used to work for Collider, and Snyder used to work for what did he used to work for? Variety or some shit. Jeff Snyder. What did he do? So, if I could find, I'm sure he's got to have a Wikipedia or some crap like that, right? I don't know. He's done some shit. Okay. He, according to his LinkedIn. All right. This is his LinkedIn. He says, award-winning entertainment reporter and digital strategist / social media curator with nearly 2 decades of experience working across all platforms, including digital, broadcast, and print, specializing in breaking news and content strategy, blah, 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 blah. Okay. He worked for The Ankler. He is the editor-in-chief of BelowTheLine.com. I think he's also the guy in charge of Above the Line as well. He worked for LA Mag. He was a senior film reporter at Collider for 3 years. And he's worked for The Wrap. He worked for Variety. Okay. Yeah. Mashable. Yeah. He has jumped around quite a bit in regards to covering content in LA. But this guy, he doesn't like the system. He really doesn't like the system at all. So he definitely kind of puts out, he's kind of against it. But I think that this is an interesting idea, but I don't necessarily think that they should do it. Basically, it's kind of like this. If they want to do a Batman Beyond movie, then do a Batman Beyond movie, right? Do it animated. All right. But I agree with Fandom NSLs here. I'm starving for Batman Beyond content, but sadly, I think Batman Beyond is irreplaceable without Kevin Conroy. Yes. And also the writer of F9 is kind of a red flag. Right? I mean, Chris Terrio wrote Argo, but also co-wrote fucking, in the Snyder Cut and BVS, but he also did, Rise of Skywalker. So not everyone's going to land every time. But yeah, without having Kevin Conroy, I mean, let me ask you guys this. Okay. No, this is a question. All right. This is a question and I want an honest answer. I want a real honest answer. If they were going to do a Batman Beyond, let's say animated movie, okay? Or series or whatever. Would you guys be okay if they were able to get permission from Kevin Conroy's family to digitize his voice and train it for AI in order to replicate it for the Bruce Wayne character in that show or any other Batman for that fact? Would you guys be okay with that? I don't know how I feel, to be fair. Part of me is intrigued, right? Because I'm forward thinking on that front. Part of me is intrigued. Another part of me is like, man, losing Kevin hurt bad, but that's a question. That's a very interesting question. A lot of you guys say no. Just feels too soon. I get that. Right? Fourth here says, just do it in a different animation style with a new voice. Yeah. Right? Cool guy here says, move on from Conroy. Did I say Kevin Hart? I was pounding my heart, but I meant Kevin Conroy. You know, I mean, Tony here says Mark Hamill hesitant to return to Joker without his friend Kevin Conroy. Here's my question though. Will Mark Hamill eventually sign over his voice rights to Lucasfilm? Because they've already been doing it with the Luke Skywalker deepfake. Would he also do it to Warner Brothers in order to deepfake the Joker voice? And yes, Moisture here brings up a good point. Why not? They already did it with Darth Vader. Exactly. No one else is going to be able to replace James Earl Jones as Darth Vader. No one else. James Earl Jones is like in his early 90s, and he licensed his voice away in order to do it. All right. He licensed his voice away in order to allow Darth Vader to still maintain and be around. That is the question. Now, look, there was fear from this way back in the day. I wonder if I could find the old commercial or like I could find it. Okay. So here's an oldie. Okay. All right. This is from 2007. Well, I mean, I don't know. I forget when it was from, but this is Orville Redenbacher. All right. Orville Redenbacher deep faked Orville Redenbacher for a commercial. This was going around at the time.
Hello, I'm Orville Redenbacher. These MP3 players get lighter every day. Would you believe this little baby holds 30 gigs? But if you want light and fluffy, you gotta try my famous gourmet popping corn. Mine pops up lighter and fluffier than ordinary popcorn. See any old maids? Nearly 100% pop. You'll like it better, or my name isn't Orville Redenbacher.
Not gonna lie, that is largely disturbing. All right. Because here you've got this one.
Indiana State Fair celebrates the year of the popcorn.
It's like,
you still have time to.
Here's like
is burned into American culture. He's the man smiling back at you from the snack aisle, the one with the silver hair and the signature bow tie. It was a humble beginning growing up on a small corn farm in Brazil, Indiana, to becoming the king of popcorn. Orville Redenbacher went to Purdue University, where he graduated from the School of Agriculture. Maury Williamson is the former director of Purdue's Ag.
More or less. Okay. I just found that randomly. So my point is that this was way back in the day. All right. You know, and so it's kind of like technology has gotten better. You know, Mr. Toker here says I didn't care for it in Rogue One either. Obviously, I get that. At the same time, it's gotten better since Rogue One, and Rogue One was 6 years ago. It's gotten better in that time frame where it looked even like the Peter Cullen, right? That's who it was in Rogue One. That looked okay. The Princess Leia, not so much, but they would do better with that. You know, now Blargan here says, compare that soulless, creepy thing to the fun and different takes of Colonel Sanders KFC ads. Thanks to the revolving actor thing. I loved it when Norm Macdonald was Colonel Sanders. Yeah, the cool guy brings it up right there too. Peter Cushing, thank you. Peter Cushing, thank you, Ryan. I'm getting tired, that's why. You know, but there's a lot of stuff like that. There's a lot of things with that happens, you know, like these companies are always looking to do that. There was also a thing in the 90s. Let's see, it was like, was it, fake, was it James Dean, or was it was this the, I gotta find it, or was it hold on, there was a thing, was it this one here? This might be it. This might be it right here. So this is like a funny John Wayne Coors Light beer commercial from the Super Bowl, apparently. Okay. Again, low quality shit, but it's what we got.
During a surprise inspection of your barracks this afternoon,
with Arlie Ermy.
who belongs to this beer to step forward. Now, what's the matter? Do you miss your precious Rocky Mountains? Dipping your tootsies into an ice-cold Rocky Mountain stream? Fraternizing with some snow bunny? Do you, Kowalski? I want to know whose beer this is right now.
It's my beer, Sergeant. You put this beer here? I certainly did, and I checked on it. I wasn't gonna take it, sir. I'll bet. No, really, look, it's still cold. You're right. Now, what'd you do with my pretzels?
Well, don't just stand there. Find the General's pretzel.
Yeah, so, I mean, they were doing that shit a while ago. All right? They were doing that stuff a while ago. Yeah. R. Lee Ermey and John Wayne in a commercial is amazing, though. It is. I do love R. Lee Ermey. I miss R. Lee Ermey quite a bit. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff like, okay, Toker here says, sure, it's gotten better. My issue, I guess, it comes down to using someone's voice / likeness potentially takes away choices from another actor who would, yeah, I get that. I understand what you're saying there. Taking away a chance from another actor playing the role. Sure, I agree with that, actually. What I'm kind of referring to here, the angle I'm taking for the sake of this argument predominantly has a lot to do with the business side of things. You know what I mean? Like when we talk about where this technology is inevitably going to lead, whether or not you believe it should, it is inevitably going to go that way because corporations are always trying to find ways to make money. Okay. They are always trying to like make money. And no, it's like, well, yeah, no, the AI stuff is like the A stuff is new to an extent, geeks, but it's this kind of deep fake has been around for a long time. Yeah, it brings up here the Michael Jackson hologram at the Billboard Awards. What about Dr. Dre putting all that money into the Tupac hologram at Coachella a number of years back, you know? And then there was even talks about giving a Tupac hologram like a residency in Vegas. I'd heard mention of that, I believe, a long time ago. It's like people will pay for the nostalgia. That's part of it. When we look at it through the lens of art, I completely agree that there's everything. Now, King of the Golden State says Tron Legacy did a good job with that tech. It did. It did. The de-aging on Jeff Bridges was good, but it is also largely dated, right? Largely dated. Let's see here. Ryan says they did deep fakes of Bruce Lee in Game of Death. What's Game of Death? I've never heard of that one. But I remember also, what was it? John Candy passed away while filming Wagons East. They needed to shoot the ending of the movie around what they've already shot, as well as using a body double and using computer graphics at the time in order to put his face and his voice likeness onto the movie. You know, and there are celebrity vocal impersonators that could come in. So there is somebody out there who could probably absolutely 100% recreate Kevin Conroy's voice and Mark Hamill's voice as the Joker, you know, and go through that particular facet. It's like, it really does boil down to the line from Jurassic Park. You know, they're all, I'm paraphrasing, but like the whole thing, they're all about whether or not they could. They never stop to think about whether or not they should. But technology is moving fast, and these companies have to play catch up. They have to be on the cutting edge, the bleeding edge, all that stuff. And as great as someone like James Cameron is for really just ramping up how technology is being used for some of these movies, the bigger problem, in my opinion at least, has a lot to do with, like, again, he's only coming out every so often. A lot of filmmakers are barred by studio interference, by executives who have to look at the 4-quadrant approach, who have to look at it through budgetary concerns, regional release concerns, MPAA ratings, what their financial budget, when the release window is, can they do a toy or merchandise tie-in? So many things go into making a movie that we simply just do not think about. And so we have to look at it from the perspective of what is going to make these studios the most amount of fucking money. And as we start seeing these companies license voice and image rights, because it will fucking happen, You will see it at some point. You will fucking see it. It's going to be crazy when it happens. But the question is, will the general audience push back to stop it, or will they embrace it? You want my honest take on that? You guys aren't going to like it, but my honest take are the vast majority are just going to accept it because it's easier. Not saying it's good, just saying it's easier. So let's see. In Meta here says, it's actually hard for new VAs to get into the business, partly because studios go with old talent they know will sell instead of new talent and take. Yeah, I agree. That is very true. It's like podcasting, for example. So many people have podcasts, but it's difficult for like newer podcasts to get noticed because older podcasts are still around. And people are just like, oh, what's getting talked about the most? It's difficult. Throg here says, 70s and 80s band Journey went to the Philippines for their Steve Perry voice clone. Oh, really? Wow. It's like, okay, do you guys remember the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg? Do you remember the plot of that movie? He's a musician in a cover band and he can sing as well as the original singer, and he ends up kind of showing him up on stage. And so they want him to like, they bring him in to take over, right? Because they want to fire the lead singer. I think it was like Jason Fleming played him or whatever. And then like, the end of the movie was somebody else could imitate his voice or something like that. I mean, this kind of stuff is a thing. Like this kind of stuff is a thing. Like it's been a thing. Like, there's a voice impersonator that is friends with Andy Signore that I heard talk in an interview a long time ago, but he's a white guy, but he does a pitch perfect Morgan Freeman, and he'll actually do ADR dubbing for Morgan Freeman on projects. I think there's a quote he said, like, where Morgan can't even tell if it's him or this guy. Like he knows who this guy is because he does such a great Morgan Freeman that it just ends up being this like weird kind of, this thing. Because ADR, a lot of what we hear is ADR. So again, it's all manipulation of our mind and everything else. So I don't know. It's all crazy. This is how Skynet starts. Not really. There's an entire movie, Finding Jack, being made at the moment starring a fully recreated James Dean. Yep, I heard something about that. Frank Caliendo, not Frank Caliendo. It wasn't Frank Caliendo, but man, I do like Frank Caliendo quite a bit. I do like Frank Caliendo. He's really funny. I follow him on TikTok, but I've been a fan since Mad TV. Yeah, I've been a fan of his since Mad TV. So, Big Time Daredevil asks, can you do AI music? You can. You can, actually. Let me see here. You can do AI music. It's not like great right now. Like it's kind of weird how they do it. Let me see if I can find something here. Like it's just trying to find something that's, like that's, I can just show you guys or whatever. Let's see here. This is called, let me bring this up. Where am I at? All right. This is called Lemonade. This is, sign up for Lemonade. Thanks for coming by. We'll be taking all things music, sending discounts. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if you can check it out or whatever, but this is like melody. You can drag to draw, I guess. I don't know. You can just kind of generate. Just give me a fucking sample. $69. I don't need that right now. I just want to see a sample. Right? Show me how it works. Oh, here we go. So this is Lemonade Show and Tell.
Yo, what's going on? Thank you for whoever's on the website right now checking out this video. My name's MJ. I spent about 2 years making this tool, put my heart and soul into this, and I'm excited to present y'all Lemonade. So what exactly is Lemonade? It's an AI-powered VST. So I trained these models completely on my own using my own data set, so it's all ethical AI. So that all being said, what's actually possible with Lemonade and what do you do? So if you're a beginning music producer, or even if you're super advanced, the whole idea of Lemonade is to help get past beat block and or be idea starters for you as you're beginning your music journey. So that all being said, the reason why I called it Lemonade, when life gives you lemons, make music, and we use AI to help you get those lemons.
That's smart
So
branding.
let's actually break
Smart
down
branding.
the 3-step process. So step 1, you come in and what do you want exactly? Melody and chords and drum pattern. Let's pretend for this use case, we're actually going to just try to make a lo-fi beat. So we're going to select melody and chords and then choose a flavor of lemonade. So I'm going to go ahead and click chill, especially if I'm trying to make a lo-fi beat. And I'm going to hit generate. And when I hit generate, something very powerful is actually happening. This plugin is connected to the cloud, and it actually is grabbing an AI melody and output in order to really inspire me as the producer using this. So I'm going to show you how quick this works and how cool this is. I'm going to hit generate right now. And honestly, we can hit this button as many times as we want. This tool is actually capable of more than a few million, I think tens or 20s of millions of different outputs, which is really cool. So it's a co-producer sitting on your laptop. So let's actually keep hitting generate until we get a chill that we like. That's actually not bad.
Okay, so without going through the whole thing, you guys see the point though. It's like, this is where it's going. AI visuals, AI writing, AI music creation. But you have to look at it more like you're being an art director or a creative director versus anything else, right? It still requires that human touch. It still requires the finessing, the fine tuning, all those things. But this is where things are going to go. And that's why it's going to get really, really, really happening. All right. Okay. King of Golden Satyr says, you don't know about Game of Death? Please pull up the trailer. You need this in your life. Okay. I will. Okay. I will that. I'm doing this one here. So Fourth here says, thank you. Fourth, by the way. Jurassic Park deep faked the Lex character. When the raptor drops her from the air vent, the stunt woman looked at the camera. They replaced her face. Did they? See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, actually. So I need to do a audio commentary on Jurassic Park. Fucking 30 years. Goddamn. Meta here asking, is there a chance AI is just a fad? No, it's not a fad, dude. I understand that to a lot of people, they want it to be a fad. It's not a fad, dude. This is tech. This is tech. Look at Unreal Engine 5. Look how that's revolutionizing a lot of things. Is that just a fad? I mean, there's technology behind it, right? There's a lot of technology behind it. So it's really kind of, it's like that. Okay. So for this Game of Death thing, am I just looking at a trailer or like, am I just, yo, wait a minute, wait, yo, is he fighting fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Yo, what? That's fucking sick. All right. Okay. I'm going to get so claimed for this because, dude, anything with fucking, there we go. Anything with Asian cinema gets fucking yeeted hardcore. So we'll take a look at this. All right. I need to do a patio on Game of Death. Yeah. Maybe I got to get in. There's a lot of movies to cover, guys. A lot of movies. I mean, like, I'll tell you, if I could do a live stream, if I could find a way to combine Hollywood After Dark and patio commentary, like I would probably end up going like, if we did one movie discussion every night and that's how I could earn my living, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like that would replace the movie talk. Like do 45 minutes talking about one movie, talk about other fucking shit. That would be fine with me. If I could give up delivery driving and not have to worry about delivery driving to take up half my fucking night and watch a movie and talk about it, that'd be great. I'd be okay with that, 100%. All right, let's check this out. So this is all fake? This is a trailer. I think it's a trailer. No, this is a dueling nunchucks. Hold on. I thought this was a trailer. Sorry. Yeah, trailer. If I show, it's got to be a trailer. Okay, here we go. 2 years ago. All right. Is this it? You guys got to tell me.
Now, superstar, Superman, the one, the only, the immortal, Bruce Lee, in the super screen excitement of them all, Game of Death. Never such action, never such incredible feats. Also starring Academy Award winner Gig Young. You can leave this here. Golden Girl Colleen Camp.
What? What?
Academy Award winner Dean Jagger.
Dude, that's like the most metal name of all time.
4 years in the making. Hugh O'Brien. Lee's last is his best. See him conquer 7'4" colossus Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. See him battle world karate champ Bob Wall to the death. See him destroy Danny Inosanto. Mel Novak.
Got up and jumped out the window.
From the same talented trio that gave you Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Return of the Dragon, and Enter the Dragon, star Bruce Lee, producer Raymond Chow, director Robert Klaus. A giant in his time, a legend in his death. He lives again.
Oh my God. Oh my
Bruce
God.
Lee, Game of Death.
Okay, for one, let me just say, absolutely fucking based. Looks amazing. So the name Dean Jagger, one of the coolest fucking names ever, man. Plus also Colleen Camp. Holy shit. Big Colleen Camp Clue fan, if you know what I'm talking about. That looks great. But oh my God, that fucking text, the script. He was a legend in life, and now he's back, basically back from the dead. They put that in a fucking advert. That's fucking insane. That they put that in an advert. Oh my God. This is here for 5. Thank you, buddy. He says, fun fact, the director of all John Wick films, Chad Stahelski, was also Brandon Lee's body double in the Crow film after his unfortunate death. Really? I didn't know that. I knew he was a stunt double. Same with David Leitch. I think they worked with like the Marvel guys, right? I know the director of Extraction. I forget his name, Sam something. He was Chris Hemsworth's stunt double on the Marvel movies and shit. That was crazy. That's fucking nuts, dude. This trailer was great. Jarbo, that yellow jumpsuit looks familiar. I mean, I was thinking it. I just wasn't gonna say it. I need a marathon, a shitload of Bruce Lee flicks. I do. I've only one that I can recall that I've seen is Fists of Fury. That's the one that's the one that I remember having seen. I haven't seen the other ones, but that looks great, man. Let's see. Blargan here says there was an entire subgenre of movies called Bruceploitation, capitalizing on his death, with tons of actors and similar names like Bruce Lee. Oh shit. Okay. Wow. Big Boss and Fist of Fury. Okay. Yeah. No, I've never seen Enter the Dragon. Yeah. Which one does have Chuck Norris? I know he's in one of them. Right. Let's see. H. Bars here says, I refuse to watch Game of Death. Just watch the fight scenes with Bruce. Yeah. I mean, I probably watched the whole thing though. King of Gold says, you've never seen it. I've never seen Enter the Dragon. Sorry, man. Sorry, dude. Moisture asking, have you ever seen the deep fake of George Lucas reacting to the Rise of Skywalker trailer? I have. That was really funny. That was actually one of the things that Collider, that was one of the things that killed Collider, by the way, right? The success of that George Lucas deepfake is one of the things that prompted the guy who runs Collider to ditch all the to ditch all the shows, like, because that was more popular than anything they had done otherwise. And then like they wanted to invest into deep fakes. That's what he wanted to do. He's like, I'm going to free up money to do this by firing everybody. And doing that. But so yeah. No, I love that. That's a great one. Let's see here. Fist of Fury, Jackie Chan was the double for the villain of the end. Really? Cool. Reiner says, fun fact, when The Big Boss was released in the States, they changed it to Fist of Fury. Little did they know that the sequel is called The Fist of Fury. So maybe I've seen Fists of Fury and I've seen Big Boss, not knowing that it was The Fists of Fury. Maybe that's what I saw. Which one is a dude that got like skinned alive? That's what I really remember about that. It was like they fucking murdered a guy. They skinned him. Like it was just, you see like a skeleton, like a bloody skeleton or like a corpse or some shit. That's what I remember. All right. So, Way of the HRC for 5. Thank you, buddy. Says Way of the Dragon is Norris. Also, Jackie Chan was part of Bruceploitation and eventually became a star on his own. Yes. I mean, I'll say this, like what I know. I mean, my first experience with Jackie Chan was Rumble in the Bronx. I remember when they were marketing the fuck out of that movie. It looked great. It was great. I love Rumble in the Bronx. And then I saw everything that came out. You know what I mean? Like Super Cop, fucking, Mr. Nice Guy, Jackie Chan's First Strike, Operation Condor. And I know H-Barts, we've had these conversations before. I know. But it's like when you had the Jackie Chan, push here in the States, I went to those movies, man. I did. I went and saw all of them. Nobody is skinned alive. Now it's what I remember. I was like a kid. It's what I remember. Okay. Like it's what I remember. So that's what I fucking remember. That's all it is. Anyway. All right. So we are at the 2-hour mark. We saw a couple more things to get to. People have been asking us to check out. So that's good. So I haven't seen any of the Police Story movies. I have not. Let's see. Super Cop sucks. Police Story 3. Super Cop is good. I didn't really care for Super Cop. I had the soundtrack though. I did. Oh yeah. Sorry. I'll do your super chat, Rodney. I did see it. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Okay. Real quick here, because Rodney wants to know my thoughts on this because I am a left-leaning individual. Thoughts on the Fox News defamation case this week with the released emails, texts, and depositions. They endorsed. Okay, what's an Australian accent, right? Hold on. That's not a knife. This is a knife. They endorsed it. They did, right? Tucker, Sean, Laura all endorsed it. Fucking Janine Pirro endorsed it. They all endorsed it, but it was a lie. Yeah, the whole thing is hysterical to me, dude. I cannot believe. Look, I can believe that, like, but it's so funny. Average Fox viewer is like 80, and it's like they're just deathly afraid of losing these people. But apparently Trump has been soft banned at Fox for a while now. I was reading that. I saw a headline of that today. So I have to look into that more. But man, that whole thing is hysterical to me. That they know they're getting, like, they'll survive the defamation case, right? They'll survive it. Rupert Murdoch has so many fucking shares of Disney. He'll be fine. All right. But it's basically like, it's like if I were Dominion, I would go for scorched earth. I would demand scorched earth. I would demand it in a way that just fundamentally destroys Fox for the sake of just the betterment of our world. They have done so much damaging shit. This isn't even like a fucking, like, it's lying to people. That's the biggest problem. I don't care if you have a shitty ass opinion. Just don't fucking lie to people. That's what it boils down to. That's how I view it, at least. But yeah, fucking that shit's hysterical. We'll have to go through something on like one night, maybe on Boulder Talk or some shit like that. So I'm just trying to play catch up here. You guys are really, really, really good. Pull up the Enter the Dragon trailer. Okay. Okay. I can do that. I can do that real quick. Even though I'm like, I got to, let's see here. Okay. Enter the Dragon. All right. Enter the Dragon trailer. Let's bring this up. All right. Where are we? I have too many tabs open, you guys. Too many tabs. Okay.
Roper, Williams, and Lee, the Deadly Three, penetrate the secret chambers of an evil island empire.
What do you know about Han? He lives like a king on that island, totally self-sufficient.
A fortress without walls, protected by an invincible army that needs no ordinary weapons. This is Enter the Dragon, the first martial arts film produced by a major Hollywood studio. John Saxon is Roper. He was in it for the money.
Yo, that's the guy from
Jim
fucking
Kelly as
Kumite, Bloodsport
he was
guy.
there because he had no choice. Black Belt Hall of Fame undisputed martial arts champion and international film star Bruce Lee. His job was to get them out alive.
I'm hoping you'll join us, represent us in the United States. You want me to join this?
Roper, Williams, and Lee. Just when they think they've broken the secret of the island, they find there is no escape from the inscrutable Han. Warner Brothers presents Enter the Dragon, where the world's greatest martial arts athletes meet the ultimate challenge with the most ancient and deadly of weapons, the human body. Enter the Dragon from Warner Brothers.
All right, that looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. That's pretty solid right there. That's it's Nancy's dad from Nightmare on Elm Street. I know, right? I know, but like you can tell that you know, like you can absolutely fucking tell that I love Bloodsport if like I recognize that guy from like one shot. Like, hey, it's a fucking dude from the Kumite, right? Like I recognize that guy. Jesus Christ. Spherical Man, can we pull a Rich from Review Tech and bargain with you to keep you streaming till 6 a.m. Eastern? No. I mean, we definitely got I got my kids to look after in the morning. My girlfriend goes to work. They don't have school tomorrow, but I still have to be up at like 7. So I have to get some sleep, you know, but man, that looked pretty good. I'm if you guys aren't watching this live, there's a high possibility that it's going to go in and just like YouTube will, or, you know, it's just going to get shut the fuck down. All right. Let's see here. What else did we have to take a look at? There was, okay, this is a short one. If you happen to be a fan of the mystery file or the guys behind BuzzFeed Unsolved, which Reed is a big fan, right? He's a big fan. So they've got a new show coming out in April called Mystery Files. And this is just a teaser he wanted us to take a look at.
This is a new show. We're having fun. Yeah. We're teaching each other things. Let's enjoy it.
Now I need dead bodies, though.
Okay, that's a lot of dead animals.
I hope you're ready for Identity 3. Oh, I'm ready.
How tall is it? 45 feet tall. That's funny. So it's like you.
This is a lesson to trust your gut.
Are you telling me the government could be incompetent?
A team of NASA scientists arrived in a black helicopter.
Sloppy.
Real mysteries inside the mystery.
They killed 35 of his neighbors?
That's a good question, Shane. What do you think is going on here?
There's a world where you nudge me towards believing in this.
We move to our final theory.
Welcome
to Mystery Files.
Well, there is a bit of mystery.
We do love a good mystery over here.
All right. I mean, if you enjoy BuzzFeed Unsolved, then you will probably really enjoy this one. And then also we've got this one here is called Upside Down. This is what Rational had asked us to take a look at here. The 2013 Kirsten Dunst movie I've never heard of. So let's see what this one is.
Hey, I've been waiting ages for you.
I made it here, right?
What the hell?
I come from the only known solar system with 2 twin planets, each with its own and opposite gravity. Now, in our world, it's possible to fall up and to rise down.
3 thieves from down below arrested last week, raising interworld tensions.
We don't go down to their world, and we certainly don't want them coming up to ours.
We observe a full separation between worlds. There's to be no contact with those up top.
Imagine if we could go anywhere we wanted to.
Order, please.
Come on, come on, come on.
Quick, get him!
Hey, no! No! Please, no!
Contact her again, and it will cost you your life.
I need your help.
These weights will hold you down in their world. Take them off when you want to come back.
Edith! I can't believe it! Everybody up against the wall.
I gotta go.
No.
I'll find you.
Stop him!
I've never heard of this movie.
Border police have launched a massive manhunt for the fugitive.
You're gonna go out there and you're gonna get yourself killed.
If I could just give my life some kind of hope, then I'm gonna do it.
Gravity. They say you can't fight it. Well, I disagree. What if love was stronger than gravity?
Wow. I have never fucking heard of that movie. Oh, but hey, it's the whole movie. It's on YouTube. All right. Do I have to fucking pay for it? I want to see, hold on. I want to see the cast because the casting okay, because like I want to see this. Because there was a voice I heard. All right. Oh, okay. So I'm looking to see if there's any other like big name actors in this movie. And because I thought I heard like a voice I thought I recognized, but so far, yeah, there's really like no one, you know, there's really like not, what is this movie, man? Upside Down. Why have I never heard of this? That's wild. It looked interesting. Like, yeah, like that's crazy. Rational says do a Podio commentary. I'll sponsor. We'll talk about it. That is the actor from across the universe. Also 21. He was good in 21. Solid movie. Hans here says it looks interesting, but I probably won't watch it. Bitch, I'll post the link. It's on YouTube to watch. There, you don't have an excuse now. It's free. It's free. There you go. There you go. Mo Moon here says Kirsten Dunst really likes to kiss guys upside down. Yeah. No one watched 20. I saw 21. I saw it. You know, one of the actors sounds like the guy who played Gerard Butler's brother in Geostorm. I forget who that was, but I did enjoy Geostorm. That was a fun movie. Dean Devlin wrote and directed that one. He wrote like all the fucking Roland Emmerich disaster porn movies. So there's that. All right. And then let's see. Okay. So the second to last thing tonight is going to be this Markiplier story about going and getting I'm going to assume he's going to allude to getting a handy, but he's going to get a Korean massage.
The title is "And Then My Skin Was Rubbed Clean Off."
Oh.
Wait, no, I got a better title.
Okay.
Quote, "And then he flipped me over."
Ew. Ooh. Okay. Intriguing.
In Korea, it's a thing that they have bathhouses. It's a thing in many cultures, and in these bathhouses, you are naked. I've been to them before. You know, I've been to them in Korea. I've been to them here in LA. But when I went to Korea last time, my cousin said something very interesting to me. He said, "You want massage?" And I go, "I don't mind a massage. I like massage." And he goes, "Oh, you want massage?" And I said, "Yes." And when we entered into the bathhouse, we walked past these two mats there, and there was someone getting scrubbed, like someone getting washed, like physically washed.
Like by another person?
By another person. Yeah, there was another person. The only non-nude person in this entire bathhouse was the person doing the scrubbing. He had shorts on. So it was a bit of an oddity, but I passed it by because I was like, I know massages from the Korean bathhouse here in LA. So we go to the the bathhouse, we soak and we relax and we have a good time. And then my turn comes to get a massage. And my cousin guides me to where the massage is going, and he guides me right to the tables that the other guy was getting scrubbed down on. And the guy has his scrub rag and he flips it over his shoulder a few times and then slaps the bed and he's like, hop up.
Is it the same rag that he was scrubbing the other person with?
Now that I think about it, I do not think he... I don't think he changed the wash.
He just wrung it out, dipped it in the bucket. It's fine.
He smacked the table. What do you think the smacking is for?
Yeah, when I got up there, he got a bucket of water and he just splooshed it over the top, and water ran off and clean instantly, no problem there.
Wow.
So I lie face down on this table. I'm mortified, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll get it over with. It is what it is. And this guy went at me like he hated me. Everything about me, everything that I stood for was written upon my skin, and he needed to remove it. And I just remember the most incredible pain of just the cheese grater of it. And my back was bad enough, and he gets every part of my back, top to bottom.
Fully naked here too, right?
Yeah. So then he says some words to me that I didn't understand at the time. Now I know he was telling me to turn.
What's your safe word?
But he's telling me to flip over, but I'm not understanding it. So he kind of like digs his hand underneath like my torso and my legs, and he flips me over, and then he continues to scrub, and I'm like, okay, I'm face up naked. My ghibli bits are all out in the open, but it is what it is. Here we go. And he goes just as hard on my my front. And then when he gets to my legs, he does this, what I can only describe as a long, smooth motion that ended with him pretending like my balls were not there. And he plows from toe to waist through, smashing my balls out of the way like bumper cars. Getting in my inner thigh. I can only tell you this guy was extremely thorough, because it took 3 impacts to get my whole inner thigh on one leg before he switches to the other side.
Oh my god.
And you'd think he'd start on the outside of the leg to give my balls a break after being smashed to bits. No, he starts on the inside on that side and just wham!
Same direction all the way.
Just full connection. It's just, he didn't give a shit. So it was over before I knew it, and I swear when I got up, he had a cigarette somehow. I don't know how, but he had one.
Was it good for you?
This is not even a joke, but I only remembered it afterwards when he was done.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, I guess my question very much becomes like, was it good? That would happen. Did I get taken down? Oh, we lost it, folks. All right. Okay, are we back? Are we back? That was funny. I didn't even know. I didn't even fucking know. Holy shit. All right, hold on. It should come back in a second. Anyway, let's see here. Okay. Are we back yet? Or is it up? I can't tell. You guys got to tell me. That was fucking funny. That was fucking funny. No, I was suspended because of copyright. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta... All right. It's still down. God damn it. God damn it. Motherfuckers. You sons of bitches. All right. There's nothing there right now. It's copyright shit, motherfucker. Come on. It should be. All right, hold on there. All right, let's see. Come on. It was a good stream. It's a funny stream. Motherfuckers. All right, we back. F12, folks. F12. Refresh that shit. Refresh. All right. Now that we're back, give everyone a quick second to kind of come back in because we have the one last thing to do, which is going to totally get me booted off one again, but it's the best way to end the stream. F12, that shit. So that was for a copyright, right? Your stream is no longer blocked due to copyright issues. You know, I mean, I get it. Markiplier is huge. They're going to copyright all that shit. But I was reacting to it. I was going to talk about it. It's fucking hysterical. I just want to know, was it good for him, you know? Anyway, H-Bart's here asking, have you seen Police Story 3? It's called Super Cop in the U.S., and First Strike is Police Story 4. They're both edited badly for U.S. release. I've seen both of those movies then. I have seen both of those movies. I did not know that they were in continuity with one another. I need to now see the original Chinese release. Again, lots of movies to watch and discuss. If I didn't have to research them, it would be so much easier. But I like the research part. I do. I like the research part. I mean, that's my favorite part. But all right. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know about that. We'll check that out there. All right. So we are back. What was that title? Need to finish. It was called Markiplier's Korean Massage. There you go. Yeah, asking if I've seen it. I've seen the movies, just the American versions. You know, Toker here says, have you seen any trauma movies like Poultry Guys, Toxic Avenger? I've seen Toxic Avenger. And I think the only other trauma movie I've seen that I recall seeing is like the Legend of the Chupacabra or whatever it was. Like I found it on sale for like a few bucks and I picked it up a while back. Yeah. DM me those, man. DM me those. All right. So to end the show, to end the stream, 2.5 hours in, we're going to do the worst fucking thing possible. Okay. We're going to do the worst fucking thing possible here, guys. I'm going to torture you all a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to torture you all a little bit more. I should have said, by the way, I should have said, and I feel bad for not doing this, but, I should have been watching the chat. I was laughing too hard at that fucking skit. That's the whole thing. So, Todd Fayer had dropped a $20 super chat at the beginning, right? I'm going to find it here. All right. I got it. He did this last night too. He dropped some money last night. So, I appreciate Todd. Got to give him what he wants. I don't know why he wants this, but he's asking if I would sing karaoke of my favorite Cardi B song. I only really know one. So folks, we're going to end the stream with a karaoke of WAP. Now the question becomes, and I will leave it to you to decide. Do I attempt to rap it or do I just spoken text that shit? I leave it to you. 1's for rap, 2 for spoken text. You have 30 seconds to decide. Ben Shapiro's going to cancel me. Hans here says, oh boy, I'm ready to get all dried up. That's right. Zachary here says, and I'm out. Look, man, people paid good money. You know what I mean? Like, this is my job. I honestly think like stripping is a more dignified job than this, to be fair. I really do. That takes skill. This is just bad. You know what I mean? But with any luck, we both make lonely people come. I guess that's kind of the way I want to view it. That's how I'm going to approach this whole thing. Todd isn't even here anymore, but he listens, man. Yeah, people know, Tony, how bad it's going to get. But the true goats, the HWAD squad stays to support me. Now, remember, guys, if you don't want to listen to this, head over to podiocommentary.com to listen to the Cocaine Bear Podio Commentary episode, or even the Running Man Podio Commentary episode. There's a lot to listen to over there. So you don't have to listen to this. I'm giving you guys an out. Just take the money and say you did it. It just say you got busted for copyright. Nah, that's not right. I got to give the people what they want. It's only 3 minutes, folks. Only 3. Let's see if the stream survives. All right. Let's try it. We're going to do it. All right, let's rock it. Hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. Say certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy. Make that pull-up game weak. Woo! Yeah. You fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga. Extra large and extra long. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top. I want to ride. I do a giggle. While it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This is pussy's wet. Come take it. Tell me. Make me scream out in public, make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. Gobble me, swallow me, drip me down inside me, quick jump out before I lay inside me. I can't, okay, sorry. Oh my God. I like that song though, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think we could. You guys caught why I fucking like started laughing, right? You guys caught that, right? I mean, like, Max is gonna use this for blackmail now. Yeah, I know. You can't. I didn't say it. I didn't say the whole word. All right, that's my possible tonight. I caught myself like halfway through. I realized what it was. No, we're not doing it. No, we're done. We're done. We're done. I can't. Oh man. I totally forgot that word was even, because it was blocked out. If it wasn't blocked out, I would have been able to change it. Because what happens is I know the lyrics. And but it's like, you're reading it and you're going, and then you're just running off of muscle memory, and you know that word is there. And it was blocked out. I couldn't catch it in time because all the other fucking asterisks were all covering pussy. So it just kind of put me in this fucking stupid false sense of security. Anyway. I didn't say the bad word almost. Saggy, I mean, all right. I think That's fucking hysterical. Oh my God. That's how you do. I didn't even. Yeah, probably. Look at me again. I'll just say, Saggy fucking said it was cool. Anyway. Oh my gosh. I mean, best karaoke ever. I didn't even fucking think about that. Oh my God. That's fucking funny. They're going to come after me again. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's scary. All right. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, well, HWAD, I just got your DM. I'm going to say I like the cover of the American version better. But yeah, it needs more Michelle Yeoh. Oh, fuck me, dude. Oh man, that's fucking funny. Anyway, yeah. It's embarrassing and it's funny at the same time. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid fucking funny because like it's just that total fucking thing. Anyway, I am gonna go do fuck the police. Yeah. How about NWA says fuck, or no, NWH. Yeah, NWH says fuck the security guards. You ain't a cop, but you still want to act hard. Follow me around like a magnet. Eyes on my ass like a 2-bit. Yeah. Have you ever seen CB4? Right? Chris Rock, CB4. A great movie. Oh man. Anyway, I think on that note we're good. I think we're gonna do yeah, these two. I'm sorry, guys. I am. That was just look. It's fucking funny. It's funny to me how like I just didn't catch it. I'm actually embarrassed by that. I am actually embarrassed by that a little bit. Yes, run now. Oh my God. Anyway, so if anyone actually gets to the full end of this stream, they're going to be laughing their ass off. I hope. That's the point of Hollywood After Dark. We had a lot of dramatic moments, right? A ball buster and then a stroking. Yep, basically. Geekster says, I can't believe you almost said it. Dude, it was like, hold on, I'll bring it up here again. All right. Look. I'm just in my defense. All right. Let's see, where is this at? All right. All right, here we go. Beat it up. Right? Right there. It's right there. Catch a charge, extra large and extra hard, right? But it's like wet ass pussy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like it puts you right in that space of like not really thinking about it. Because you're kind of going with like the asterisks, and then it's just you're relying on you've heard the song, so you know the lyrics, you know. Anyway, that's my defense. That's my defense on that one. I'm gonna be like, look, it forced me to do it, so I could get an emoji. Anyway, so yeah, thank you all, everybody. That was really entertaining. That was good times. Matt almost said it like he has said it before. Now he's trying to justify it. It's not that. All right. It's not that. You know, so I told you all when it was in the car. It's not, I don't sing it in the car, but it's like, I don't have any lyric. Anyway, I'm not even gonna like fucking whatever, man. You're just trying to give me shit. Matt will be back on tomorrow night. Nothing will happen. Saggy's a bad influence on me. She is. Everyone blame Saggy. That's fine. But all right, everyone, have yourself a grand evening. Thank you again. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Please like the stream. Let's get it up to at least 50 likes. We're at 49, so one more will help out. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one, and peace the fuck out.